happening, so we kind of delayed, kind of ended up, calling things off, and also, well, there's only half the party here anyways, and shit was about to get really real, and knowingly, there's only about half the party here now, but we're gonna do it anyways, because fuck it. Sometimes I just want to do some motherfucking role-playing.
Right.
In Dungeons and Dragons. But anyway, last time, you guys just dealt with the whole, just whatever the hell psychic fear-based fuck train that was inside the freak show. And we're getting some explanations, theories out of the 3 NPCs who weren't currently unconscious and covered in 3rd-degree burns.
Well, that's what happens when you light a small fire.
I really cannot hear you, Rin. I heard something fire. Oh, well, he'll be back in a second, I hope.
Hopefully.
Yeah, might have to wait on him to get back before I can do the explanation, because I think Rin was here for that. Actually, no, he wasn't.
No.
So I definitely gotta explain it to him. Son of bitch.
God damn it. Feel bad for him because he's been having these mic problems for a while now.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to fix it.
I'm not sure anybody does. Except maybe Rin. Keyword maybe.
Well, he hasn't solved it thus far, so my hopes aren't
That's
very
why
high.
it's the keyword maybe. If not for his needing to replace the Rinmobile, I would recommend. Oh, hey,
Any better?
Okay. That's better. Okay, I actually heard you. So let's continue the explanation. So the overall theory you got, and from the story given by the 3 NPCs, is they got in there, and well, for a refresher course, I believe I still have the freak show map up on another thing. I do. May just bounce you over there to that for a second to remind Rin of what the situation was. What you guys came into was a big, predominantly empty tent. And, the NPCs were scattered around in various ways of just like, terrible, bad. The story that they gave is when they walked in, there was like walls and a hallway and things through it, like leading past, where you would see the quote unquote freaks. As they were going past, one by one, they started getting snatched. The last to be grabbed was technically Roy, but that was only by virtue of the fact that everyone else got grabbed before him and pulled off to God knows where. And he just heard screaming. He managed to somehow find Marcus and just rammed a greater restoration into his head before he himself finally failed his whiz save and fell down. When you guys showed up, Marcus transcended pissed to the point of basically becoming an embodiment of an element. Which is not something that should happen, or at the very least, no one who has any expertise in like history or anything has ever heard of it actually physically happening. I believe Padma rolled high enough to know that there was a theory that it might.
Yeah, I think me and Padma both kind of came to that conclusion.
Oh.
I know she rolled higher than me, though.
Yeah, she got it, you didn't.
I think I got to the point where it's like, I've maybe heard rumors of it happening.
Like, you'd never heard of it, like, you heard of, like, Fury so far. Your thing was you'd heard Fury described as being the element, like, a dragon so angry it was the flames.
Yeah.
Pat had never heard of anyone had heard the same things, but also, like, whisperings that people who had some means of native elemental resistance, like tieflings, Ganassi, Dragonborn, and, all of their ilk, as potentially being able to do this because they have an essence of that element within themselves. But again, never seen it happen. Never heard of it happening. It's never been documented. And yet you just saw this dude just go Human Torch out of pure blistering fury.
It was a bad day to be the Fear Demon.
Mm-hmm. And you also did a medicine check to realize that, oh dear, he has 3rd degree burns. He should not have 3rd degree burns. After, you tried to wake him up and he wouldn't respond to anything. Because, oh yeah, you used spelling salts to try to wake his ass up and you got it in there. Nothing happened.
Yeah, spelling salts.
Oh yeah, and then Roy not 20 that other check. Oh yeah. So the session ended with you guys, with Dragon Roar hauling their currently unconscious and burnt to shit boss back to the safe zone, which is marked by the party bus on the map. And you guys are currently standing where the Snackbot token is, which is the big top. And by this point, there's a inconsequential amount of still evil bad Zamble, Skeleman, and minor imp activity here. It's there's none of the big beefy boys left. A few of them you see have very clean and dealt with bullet holes through their heads, which you should be thankful the work of the sniper you left back at the starting point. Or, they're immolated because there's an entire dragon back there too.
Or John just decided to cast a spell or two eventually.
Well, yeah, there's also the ones that were dunked on by the rescue team before everyone reconvened. So as you just you walk along, you walk up to a skeleton, and you guys basically just slap it and it falls apart. It's nothing that would actually, in theory, be able to hit you, or if it did, it wouldn't cause enough damage to matter. Because there's just the fucking cannon fodder in the way. It's like being over leveled in an RPG and just keep swatting aside the random encounters so they won't shut up. Kind of like when level 1 bandits jump you and you're level 80 in Skyrim.
You never should have come here.
Yeah, and then you just sneeze and they explode.
Yeah, no, you should have never come here.
Sorry, I can't hear you over the sound of Fusro die. Anyway. The big top is in a weird, very stark contrast to the rest of the place, which looks twisted, dilapidated, or demonic. This thing looks pristine and normal. There's not just totally literal evil influence all around it or even in it.
Basically, it looks like it's the thing that sticks out so like a sore thumb because it's normal.
Yeah, no, it's like
it's a trap.
It's like one spot on a hubcap that's perfectly shiny and pearlescent, while the rest is just caked in mud.
Yep.
It's like a level just what? How?
Shall we investigate?
Maybe we should take just a little bit of time to regroup for a moment to gather ourselves and maybe come up with a plan.
You gotta take a short rest outside?
Yeah, because I'm down to 1 blood maledict.
Mm.
And I used 1 spell apparently.
Yeah, and if anyone's actually hurt, they could just
Yeah.
just shrug it off, which I don't think anyone actually got hurt in that fight because, well, yeah, you guys didn't fuck up the mechanics. Don't worry about it.
I'm a little hurt, but it's not too bad.
Yeah.
I don't think I get anything back on the short rest, do I?
Well, to be fair, I don't think John used any. Gianna or Terrain used anything really relevant. Because Gianna would get spell slots back, but I don't think he used any.
Well, I'm looking at terrain right now.
Yeah, no.
Back.
Yeah, I just want to basically get my spell slots and blood maledics back because those are useful.
Oh, you know, plus, to be fair, you walk into something that you know is theoretically the burning heart of just all of this. It was identified as being the only way down into Castle Loeberg as well. So,
And I'm just,
you know,
nice.
there's reasonable amounts of suspicion here. It's like you look at it being all nice and thing, and you're just like the fucking LA Noir doubt JPEG.
My Admiral Akbar senses are tingling.
Or that.
Damn it, my stuff, my recovery thing can't get anything back that's higher than 5.
Let's see, so I used one hit die.
15, so I can get things up to 8 as it rounds up. Yeah, it's rounded up, so I can get it up to 8. Well, let's rip the stuff back.
Almost back to full. Too shy.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, I might get a level 5 and level 4, but I will take level 5 and level 1 slot back.
Alrighty.
Unfortunately, unless we do a long rest, I can't drop a comment on anything.
I forget, do we have any members of Dragon Roar with us at this moment?
Directly present? Yeah. No, you also,
because I know some, I don't remember if some or all went to take care of Marcus.
Well, of the 3 there, they needed at least 2 to carry him because he's big, and, well...
Right.
One of them is, and, well, of the 3, the lowest strength is like 12, and that was the rogue, so next highest was 16 on the bard.
I'd say they need the rest given what they just went through. we're relatively unscathed. Nothing really happened to us.
Yeah.
They got fucked up.
Yeah, you do know, however, that because of the fact that she's the fastest of them, and also she was one of the ones who had to carry Marcus because she's also got the best strength, because... Man, I don't know how the fuck I rolled so well with her when I made her, but 20 strength and 20 dex on a monk, man. Yo.
Fuck shit up.
Yeah, she is, Rhea is very strong, and she is also the fastest, so if one of them needs to catch up, it'll probably be her.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to remember if we went over what to expect in the core specifically.
In the
where
big top?
Yeah, in the big top, that's what I meant. Besides, obviously, the main power source or whatever it is we're looking for to kill this thing.
Well, there's a few things to consider. Because you know that it's the way into the Loeberg, and the power source is directly below it. So, in theory, you'd have to get into the big top, deal with whatever's inside, and then go down into the castle, find the core, and blow it, and, you know, tape some C4 to it and get the hell out of Dodge before this place goes to Kingdom Come.
So basically find it and then just poke Jana with a stick.
Well, no. You guys need to set up C4 in this place because Jana cannot blow this up. I will tell you straight up now. Even if she threw everything she had at it, no. Because your guys' plan was, since you guys seem to have forgotten, was get onto the place, get onto the Loeberg, kill everything on it, load it with enough C4 to make Michael Bay, like, just orgasm, and then get the hell off so the main gun on the airship about a mile away from you can blow it out of the air.
Yeah. I remember that. I was just trying to remember, besides the power source, what maybe, if we figured out what we were going to expect in there as far as, like, what kind of resistance.
No. You have...
Yeah.
Until you guys got on here, you had no idea what was on it at all, besides what you saw when things were getting fucked as it was lifting out of the city.
Yeah. So I guess the question is, do we want to try and stealth around any resistance, or just try and smash through?
Well, two other things that you all would have noticed by now, or at the very least, this is something that would have come up to Jana, which I'm only bringing up to Rin because Rin wasn't here, so Jana had to, wander around a lot. No sign of her crazy brother anywhere outside of the big top.
Oh, good.
And two, related to, and this is the other thing that that also would have been relayed by Celestine and Terrain, along with everyone who was there present when things had lived up, they hadn't seen him either. But they would remark on him as that crazy guy who caused all of this. So neither side, nobody has seen him. And you haven't gotten any calls from the foothold at the entrance stating, hey, there's some weird drow guy running around with a big old greatsword.
Which means he's either in there or he's less likely to have fucked off somewhere else.
Yeah, so
we'll most definitely probably have to deal with him.
Yeah, you're also, after dealing with it at the freak show, the demon in there that got immolated by Marcus was indeed as the readouts came out, and you guys got another update once they, as you guys were having your short rest, and the Dragon Roar made it back to the camp, that, yeah, for sure, the only demonic readings left are in and under the big top. That are, big enough to matter, and not just, minor undead or Bab and Scrub tier little bastards you could flick and they'd explode.
Sheakio may have played baseball with a couple of the imps on the way over. Batter up, bitch. Well then, yeah, I guess in that case, let's...
Basically, the plan is we need to get in there somehow.
Well, few things. You have... You also know this because Victoria scanned it before you guys split ways with Dragon Roar. Whatever the fuck you found in the fun house has some manner of reading similar to whatever the hell is around the big top. So you have that. You also don't know what the hell's around it because there's a the big top itself looks totally fine, as does an area stretching out about 50 feet from its walls, or from the edges of the tent. It stops dead, kind of like the difference between your lawn and the cement for your driveway. It's like that sharp of a difference. It's just the cement side is all fucked and decayed and demon, and everything close to the big top is still green.
Wonder why that is.
Or at the very least, it looks green. I'm assuming none of you have gone closer to try to poke it.
I haven't, no.
Given that we're still trying to figure out how we're going to approach this, I don't think anyone has.
In a nutshell, what is this? Let me see this.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's the theoretical end game for the whole Lowoberg Devil Circus situation. But as it stands, the biggest obstacles to that are presumably inside this suspiciously pristine structure.
We have to go in eventually.
Yeah, I know that. Now that you mention that, and that's something I probably would eventually notice, can I make some sort of Arcana check or some sort of check to determine why this is happening?
Oh, why it looks pristine closer to it?
Why is it suddenly pristine in this 50-foot circle?
I mean, to be fair, on the most basic level, I feel like this is something you shouldn't have to make a check for because clearly it's something that was put there on purpose, you would assume, because if you haven't seen the guy who lifted this entire demon castle out of the fucking ground, he's probably holed up in there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm also not certain that you could Arcana check this successfully. You could still try, roll Arcana. It just makes the DC weird.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Huh.
I'm basically just trying to figure out is like, did he put up a force field around this for some reason? Or something to stop it from reaching.
That's what detect magic is for.
I don't have detect magic.
I think I know someone who does, though.
I have a better idea.
Oh, yeah, Johnny can ritual cast it, can't she?
No, I'm going to do something else.
Oh, Well...
Option number 2.
The fuck is that?
It's my glowy eyes.
One
button.
second.
Succeed on all saving throws to see through illusions.
I'm back. This is mentioned during
Oh wow.
The third one is
The all-seeing eye.
Yeah, the third one technically doesn't exist.
Like I said,
as far as I'm
it's
concerned.
It's 2 OP, and the first 2 are just kind of utility.
Yeah. No, to be fair, if you just delete the third option, I'd let you extend that duration up to 10 minutes. That's, I'm gonna say illusions. They automatically fail and send a sleight of hand against you. Alright, you do that. And, well, Giacchio, you're in checking, well, you're doing, well, you know, Jonna's like, let me just see if I can see through this illusion. Boop! And turns on her special eyes. You're like getting within like 5 feet of where the line is, but you're not getting closer because your suspicion of like all of the bad happening.
It's a trap.
Yeah, you after
My
that time
Admiral
where
Akbar
barrier punched you in the face.
Yeah.
You're
Major
suspicious.
Admiral Akbar senses are tingling.
Yeah, no. So for Giacchio, this is very weird. You're not the best at magic. You wouldn't consider yourself an expert like someone like Arvin or Jonna.
Yeah.
Or even Terrain.
I'm trained in Arcana in
You're
terms of like
trained,
trying
but
to
you're not
figure
like
shit
an
out.
expert on how it works. You know what to look for at least.
I know as much as I need to for my profession.
Yeah. You know how to identify it. And look at this. The overall effect strikes you as something that, if it is that, it shouldn't be happening here. Because, on the most basic level, you know that, like, protection against, decay and evil influences falls under the purview of, most not asshole, divine-based magic users, like paladins or clerics.
Mm-hmm.
Especially ones who favor the goddess of nature, Vernai. So it's like, huh? But even then, you can tell because of the sharpness of the line, it's also arcane in nature, because if it was divine or even nature focused, it would be a more slow stop.
It would be like a fade kind of thing. Fading
It
transition.
would be closer to a fade, especially if it was after being around Fenris for as long as you have, especially if it was druidic. It would be more of a fade. But a sharp line like this only comes with very intently drawn in, like, if it shows up in divine magic, it showed up if they've drawn like a literal, like, the prayer circle made of salt to keep the bad out.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, that has a very obvious, you would see like a glowing line along the edge. Just sudden stop. That's the hallmark of arcane wizards, like, fuck, put up a barrier, boop! It actually reminds you of a spell you encountered once before, but this is on a much grander scale. It was a you're not sure what type of magic user he was, but he had this one spell where if he did like set the incantation to put up this little dome, and as long as he was in the dome, nothing could get in unless he wanted it to. He identified the spell as someone's tiny hut.
Mordekainen's tiny hut or something like that?
No. Leomund's tiny hut is the spell. Mordekainen's private sanctuary is the higher level version of that, as is the magnificent mansion. But this is definitely, it reminds you of the tiny hut just because of the sharp line.
Interesting. Looks like someone did a... Oh, sorry. Continue. Sorry.
Which also seems wrong because the tiny hut was, when it was just plonked down by this guy, it was just black or gray. It fit like just a night look. It was just like a solid, it's like as you abruptly just drew a circle in MS Paint over a picture of like a landscape. It was just a little
suddenly
dome.
Ozma.
Yeah, about like that. This is completely see-through, you think. Or at the very least, if it's not see-through, it's a very convincing illusion. Like, overlaid on top of it. There's...
Oh, hey, illusions.
Again, like, basically all this shit you're seeing, it's like, this is like it's all like having put... Your reaction is a lot like having you put the fucking earbuds in your pocket and you pull the cord back out and it's like in a pretzel knot and you're like, what? Because this is just all of these things, different arcane or divine magic sources, divine or nature magic sources of all these effects. Seeing them all stacked in this way is very, very strange.
Either this is
you're very certain it's magical. You're just not sure what kind of magical it is. Because it's like, what the fuck am I even looking at?
Hell, this looks like a combination of certain spells somehow. I look at Jada, see her glow eyes. What do you see?
Well, Vijana, it's not an illusion.
What do my elf eyes see? Nothing.
For you look at it, and you're used to with like, you're seeing through this, you would see the illusion, quote unquote, overlaid on what it's hiding. You don't see that here. But you do, however, more properly see the quote unquote shell that is making this bubble. It's faint, but it's this like faint dark purple tint. So you're sure whatever the source of this is, in theory, is probably just as bad as everything else. It's just like, no, I just want this place to look nice.
Might be an alarm of some
But yeah,
aside from protection.
Yeah, it's no illusion as far as Jonna can tell with that spell.
So it
With
might
her
be
special eyes going.
It's definitely
How close are we
protecting
to
it.
the actual tent?
From the berry, Giacchio is currently the closest. He's 5 feet from the edge, which is 50 feet from the tent. And actually, on that point, you do see an illusion on the tent, Jonna. It's you only see 2 of it from the angle you're at, but it looks like there's a few fake entrances on it.
Okay, so I'm going to walk around and try to find the entrance that isn't fake.
You find 3 real entrances out of like 12 fake ones.
Damn.
Basically, it looked like there was an opening around every single thing into the tent, which was already suspicious. You couldn't see through the openings. It was dark, pitch black in there, even for Giacchio.
Really?
Yeah, and for you, it's about the same, but just because you're also piercing the various levels of illusion for that, you can see like looking in, you can kind of see like what looks like just all you see are just like the paths past like the bleachers and seats and shit. Like you don't see anything useful in there, but you can definitely see that the darkness in there is definitely faked, at least partially.
You said that was on the fake doors?
It was on all of the doors, fake and real. The fake ones were clearly copies of the other doors, which you noticed fairly well because as you walk past one, it was like that one was copied all the way till it reached the next one, then that one was copied till you reached the next one.
Have an idea.
So you don't.
I'm going to go back around toward one of the fake ones.
Hold on, let me mark those for you on the map. Draw a tool, come hither. Free hand. Give me. No. That's the wrong fucking color.
While she's doing that, I'm just gonna flick a random pebble off the ground towards the barrier and see if anything happens.
Alright, so. It's more accurate to say that you guys are actually like here. And then one entrance was fucking work with me, you damn thing. Up front. This corner. And down here.
All the other ones are fake.
Yeah.
So while remaining outside of the bubble of whatever, I'm going to circle back around to a fake door. I'm going to flip the switch on my magical eyes to the other setting, where I can see through basically everything. And I'm going to look into this darkness that is on the other side of this fake door.
Well, because of the fact that you know it's an illusion, now because of your previous setting, you still see it, you perceive it as an illusion, and you're very aware it's illusion because with the, kicking your switch on the dark vision like that, you can't see further, but then you look over at the one that's real, and you can. You're like,
Either that's a very nasty portal, or someone wants to have fun at your expense and have you walk into a tent wall.
Since you can also see through objects? Through solid objects with those natural. Yeah. You see out to that dark vision range of 120 feet, and when you look through the fake doors, you just see like the undersides of bleachers or like past like the bathroom and shit. Or whatever the hell. I'm not an expert on fucking giant circus tents.
Bleachers are probably just bleachers.
So basically nothing overly suspicious.
Yeah. There's nothing suspicious, and you definitely can't see the center of it enough because it goes beyond that 120-foot range. It's a big tent.
Everything seems safe enough. Just don't go into any of those other doors.
And, Jockey, you picked up and threw a pebble through it?
Yeah, just to see if it would just bounce off the barrier or do something weird.
It's very curious. You throw the pebble, and where it hits the barrier, it looks like it just stops. Like it's just frozen in the air.
Well then. That's worrisome. Just stops. Okay then. I'm actually gonna walk up barrier where I threw that pebble. And I'm going to attempt to touch the pebble to see if it's actually the pebble there, if it's somehow created an illusion of the pebble or something weird.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw. I'm kidding.
Shit!
No,
Not
you need
again!
to roll me a dex save.
Dex save, is it? Constitution would be better.
Oof.
You take
Bye.
1 point of damage, the pebble shoots back out and beans you in the head.
Ow. Blood trickles a little down my forehead. 1 damage, you said?
It's just like, no, it's just like a little thump. It wasn't enough to, like, seriously hurt you. It's just more like a bruise.
Ow.
Because I assume you didn't pick up a rock the size of a baseball and chuck it. It's more like, you know, something the size of, like, your thumbnail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even at going at, like, the high speeds, it was enough to hurt, but not enough to, you know, like, cut deep. So,
Ah, god damn it.
I can hear Padma laughing from wherever she is.
Padma, like, sighs, and then you see her talk to Arvin, and he hands over the rock with the glowy rune on it, and then holds up, like, this thing's supposed to be, feels just like that, right? That's what Victoria said?
Yeah.
And then Padma eats the rock at the barrier, which, on contact, the rune-covered stone hits the barrier, and, like, it, much like the hole before, stops, but then you see the rune on it start to glow. And then around it, the quote-unquote, you start to see that purple, everyone else starts to see the purple, like, coloration that Jonna did a second ago start to appear across the whole everything. You can see the glow on the runestone switch from... Huh? No, I was talking over you. What did you say?
I was saying I'm not sure that was a good idea.
See the glow on the stone switch from white to purple? And then you start to see the purple start to get sucked into the stone. And after a few seconds, the stone, with its rune now completely purple, just falls to the ground. And once it does, you start to see the creeping bad, where it, like, abruptly start to, like, slightly creep forward along the slightly pristine grass now.
Well, there goes the nice grass.
It's a very slow procession of, you know, evil bad.
You can see it happening, but it's like watching paint dry.
More like watching a snail. It's more like watching a snail or a slug.
Yeah.
In that it's, you know, happening at a speed at which you can perceive.
Well then, shall we proceed inside then, I guess?
Suppose so.
Alrighty.
Nice.
So you just go walk in the nearest door.
The one that's not fake.
Yeah, one that's not fake. I think I will stealth it at least. Or attempt to stealth it. Better than my deck save.
It's a shame, you know, we just turned off the giant security barrier that kind of says, hey, look, we're here.
They may not necessarily know exactly.
Look, here's the next question. What's the marching order?
Oh, whoever's in the front, and John is in the back, because squishy wizard.
I'll be.
I imagine terrain is closer to the front, if not in the front, because leafy wall man.
I think I'll have Shayakio be in front. Have him.
Celestine's at least in the front three.
Celestine will be in front 3.
Wait, who's the front 3?
Myself, Terrain, and Celestine.
Okay.
And I am in front stealthing, trying to scout ahead a little
Okay,
bit.
so you're at the tip of the spear.
I am the tip of the spear.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully my stealth helps, but he realizes he may very quickly regret his decision. Because I naturally have stupid dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
A walking we shall go.
All right, then. So, first off, Giacchio, since you're tip of the spear, please make me a dex save as you once you reach the threshold of the door.
Oh, thank God. That was better.
Significantly, damn. Wow, you actually met the DC.
Meaning this DC is either 20 or 21. Fuck!
The moment you pass through the door, you feel something tug on your foot, just enough you realize, oh god, we should have checked for traps. And just whoa, fuck, shit, my head cord caught my headset for a second. And immediately just like perfect backflip before you flip, and while you're midair, you see what looks like 2 ghostly hands just reach up out of the ground and clap where you were standing, and then vroom, go straight down into a portal.
Oh, good. More fucking traps. And I do say this aloud. Describe the trap again. It was something that came up and pulled down into a
2
portal.
hands, ghostly hands, came up
Okay.
out of the ground, grasped where you were, and then went straight down through a portal in the ground that disappeared.
Oh, good. More traps.
For reference, you also could perfectly backflipped over Celestine.
Yes.
And he just like looking, just like you see like his ears flatten a little bit. Bad.
Yeah, that was bad.
Oh no, what has Darian linked us now? What is this? Just kick on some AC/DC. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, right.
The highway to hell.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a perception check and watch for traps now. Oh.
Hold on a second. I need to check some things. Starting with Snick, because Snick might actually be aware of how to fix this problem. And he would totally do it because he is the Snick and he is a good friend.
And unfortunately, I'm being called to dinner. Damn it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Don't totally worry. We probably won't progress too much until you get back.
I'll be back as quick as I can.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what is the heck doing?
Let me see. Mechanical traps. Okay. Wow, Sneck does not have a... As much as I thought he did. Wow. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'll be back in just a minute, actually, because apparently it's just me and my dad, so I can eat in here.
Cool. Okay, Sneck does not actually have anything that can really help with this. He would need to have the trap identified first. So Sneck cannot assist here.
Well, we could always go try another door. There are 2 more.
Let's see. If you want to try to... I was looking to see if anyone had anything visual bonuses to finding them. If you want to just try to, like, see if you can spot the trap, just roll perception.
I mean, Johnna's thing's still on, so she just sees it.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, never mind. Don't even need to roll, just Jonna. Good lord, that
Jonna,
fucking
okay.
spell. Well, to be fair, it's
Oh,
5th level,
easy.
so you can't have it before, like, level 10. Okay, 1 second.
But it means I'm aware of it. I don't know anything about it. I just know where it is.
Well... now that you're, a little bit closer to the front because the party has stopped dead because Yakio just flipped the fuck out over Celestine's head and mentioned traps, you look past. Oh God! What kind of paranoid ass motherfucker puts 30 traps in a hallway?
After you, Jacquio.
Oh, my mistake. 30 traps per side of the hallway, floor, ceiling, and wall,
After
both walls. There's traps all over this thing. There's sort of straight up teleporting past them, which you're only you can kind of see like the edge of where the audience would be, and you can see kind of into the middle of the big top. There's just traps the whole way up to there until it gets to where it meets the center of the big top where all the performers would be.
If only Jinx were here to
I just put my ears on.
Oh,
But don't you know what John
I
saw?
heard tons of traps was what I got.
minimum 30 each on each wall, the ceiling, and the floor.
Oh, dear.
Whole way down.
God.
Yo.
What the fuck,
Don't know
Rin?
what they do or what kind they are, but Jonah can perfectly perceive all these fucking traps that only stop once it reaches the center pit where all the performers would be.
And there's no good way around it, short of teleporting, you were saying?
Yeah, no, unless you teleport past them, in theory, into either the bleachers or in the center of the thing, there's just no way in.
Son of a
Well,
bitch.
No safe way in. There is a way in. It's
Well-
just not very safe.
Out of character, Rin, what the fuck, dude?
Hey, that wasn't me.
Yeah, no, he just said that there was a trap. I'm the one who made it that overkill.
I designed a very specific trap that did not come into play.
Yet.
Unless it was the one that tried to, grab your ankles and pull you under.
Oh yeah, no, I did that, but I copy-pasted it about 90 times.
Oh, dear God.
Well, how should we proceed? Because
I'm trying to think of a way to trigger the traps without... Because trying to use teleport would use up someone's spell slots.
The only one who can
Assuming we have a teleporter.
only one who can teleport without burning spell slots, I believe, is just Arvin. And even then,
teleport. Celestine has his cape.
the buffeting cape is down. He's used it already today.
How long is the hallway?
It's about 90 feet.
Okay, so Misty Step's not gonna work.
Yeah. Arvin can only get one person in, and that's it with him. Because he would need to get...
The train has one use of Storm Step left that can get him exactly 90 feet. And he can carry one person. So we can get 4 people in, everyone else is kind of screwed.
Well, That's the other thing. Arvin can get in with Dimension Door, but he can't get back out without burning his only other use of it.
Right.
So he can only get one person in and then try to come back out and get someone else in. So at most, it would be Terrain, Arvin, and 2 other people going in.
Yeah, that's what I said. If we want to try to bypass the traps, we would only go take about half the party.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Terrain would also have to get 5 feet into the traps in order to come out the other side and not just teleport right into more traps.
He's fast enough. Actually, that's a good question.
What?
And dispelling magic would only work on one trap. It's not some weird AoE thing.
Well, John knows they're traps. Doesn't know if they're magical or not.
This is actually a very interesting idea, and I'm not sure if it would work mechanically or rules-wise. So I don't think you could technically be going fast enough to not get hit by a trap.
I mean, that's what most dexterity saves are usually for. It's just that in the process of having to go, assuming Terrain just hasted and hauled ass through here,
He'd still trigger like
He would-
150 fucking traps.
well, that's the other thing. You have evasion, so you have advantage on every single trap save. If you just go straight through, and
That'd be a lot of dex saves.
you would, well, it's only 29 on the floor. On
Only.
the walls and the ceiling, it's still 30.
I'm assuming Jana... Actually, Jana, point out a trap to me. I want to try something. Because cantrips are a thing.
Point.
I'm going to throw an Eldritch Blast right at the trap. And see if it triggers.
Did I account for that in the trap description?
I don't think most traps in D&D can be attacked. But you're welcome to try.
Well, I'm assuming... My assumption is if I hit it, it's either going to break it or trigger it.
Roll the other 2 beams, because you have 3, right?
Correct.
Yeah, roll all 3 beams.
Bloop, bloop.
Good grief. Weirdly enough, you sort of like just, it's like you're right, like the muzzle is rising each beam, because I assume you're using your pistol to focus the beams.
Uh-huh.
Just, you actually forgot for a second because you just did one-handed and oh shit! It kicked up a little bit. You hit 3 traps. The one you aimed at, the one directly behind it, and then one like about halfway down because you rolled low on that last one.
Yeah.
And curiously enough, on impact, there's a small silver gleam, and then the hands, they all trigger.
Well then.
Question.
However, upon that happening, Jonah, you see the traps start to connect across the walls and the floor now.
What I was going to say is that do they just come back?
They don't come back. They're still gone. It's just now the traps are extending themselves to across the entire hallway. Like there's now tripwires, laser beams, crisscrossing from each trap to another one.
Good job. You just made it worse.
How the fuck was I supposed to know that was going to happen?
He has a point. Zarvin, by the way.
It just means this is a very complexly set up series of traps. Very elaborate. I'll give respect
Well,
where
that's
I'll give respect where it's due, even if this is a bad guy.
I have an idea. You just see Terrain zoom off at mock justice.
Oh
He's
no.
got to find something.
Oh no.
Is
He's
he?
gonna go grab. He's gonna go grab one of those random skeletons.
Oh my god. Mock Justice collects skeletons. Come back. You have one in each hand. What you doing with them?
I'm gonna go bowling for traps.
Oh my god, yes.
How is that any better than my idea?
Because it's not destroying them, it's just triggering them all at the same time.
Oh my god, you're just gonna... Well, wait, are you throwing like the whole skeletons, or are you like breaking them into the bones and throwing the bones?
I'm literally throwing him down the hallway.
You just fucking yeet a skeleton into a bunch of traps. Oh my god, this is the kind of D&D shit I live for. Thank you.
Well, I could throw myself through it, but why do I have? There's plenty of, expendable demonic demon fodder just lying around.
And I
There's
didn't.
villainy to use
literally-
against
That I could literally
villainy.
just throw down the hallway.
And I don't believe I actually destroyed. I triggered the traps because it showed silver, and then the hands came out like they normally
Yeah, you
would.
triggered 3 of them.
Yeah,
and then
I triggered,
the
not
traps-
I triggered, not destroyed.
Well, same. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Though. But then just throwing. Well, you have 2. Which one are you eating first, lefty or righty?
Hold that thought for 1 second. I'm going to do a combo.
Oh no.
Jana has a curious.
She's waiting for like Terrain to about to yeet one of these skeletons, and then she does something.
Yeah.
All right. All right. First off, roll athletics to yeet a skeleton. You have 2. You grabbed 2. They are small and weak.
And fairly light.
Oh yeah, you yeet that motherfucker in there real good. What's Jana doing as you're
Hey.
yeeting?
Jana wants to know where these traps go, so I'm gonna stick my eye on that skeleton.
Oh.
Oh boy.
You just like hide it in its like eye socket.
Sure, let's go with that.
All right.
Where else
Well-
would I put it?
That's not gonna work, I don't think, possibly.
Worth a shot.
We'll see what
It's an
happens.
invisible magical eye. It doesn't say it's incorporeal.
It's just visible.
It's invisible to everyone but Jana.
No, but what I'm reading the description, and depending on where that portal goes, this isn't gonna work. But I don't know that, so.
There is no limit to how far away from me it can move. As long as it doesn't go to another plane of existence, I can see it.
Exactly my point. We're gonna find out here real quick.
Yeah.
Well,
So
if I can't see it, it's gone to another plane of existence. That's very bad.
So with Steve in your right hand, Terrain just like winds up and full on yeets him right in there.
Steve!
Skeleton Steve, yes. Steve with his one eye, you've made like discount Vecna. Hyper discount Vecna, because this guy has like 5 HP.
Oh.
But in he goes, he hits the spider web at the start of just like all the traps there. Immediately, like 6 traps all trigger at once, each grab a different part of him, and he just gets vroom, the parts ripped through different portals.
Lovely. Let's not go through that.
Well, you have more skeletons, and more bones in general, and more dead demons. So
Yes, but where'd the eye go?
the skull went independently of the rest of the body. He got like full on drawn and quartered.
Okay, so what does Jana see through her magical eye?
You see, because it's like effectively fixed in where the eye socket is, it's just facing straight forward. The head is bouncing through something, and you're a little disoriented as you focus on that. And then it stops with the head like on its side. So it's like if you were laying down on your right arm, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
You see some footsteps getting closer, then you notice there's hands clapping and it stops and then like kind of drop to the side. You see a guy move, you see this figure move like they side and like walk up and pick up the skeleton with half the hand over the eye socket where the eye is. Because I assume you put it in the left one.
Sure. Doesn't really matter.
Well, even though you're only seeing like half of the palm of the hand, like by where the thumb is, this guy, hi Jonah, it's been a while since I've seen you, bro. He looks very disappointed and frustrated at the fact he's holding a skeleton instead of literally anything else. And just sort of just like, and then he just yeets the skull over his head and you sail through the air and bounce around. You get fleeting glimpses of him walking off somewhere. You don't know what the fuck's happening anymore, but when it finally comes to a stop, you just see a wall at the edge of the pit in the center of the
So you, as the DM, are loving our creativity. Jonah, on the other hand...
Like, the villains, however, fucking hate you!
Goddamn creative bastards.
That's not a good thing for Jonah to learn.
That Jonah's in there?
No, that he didn't like that. It annoyed the crap out of him.
Well, it's not like super annoying, it's just where it's like that like annoyance where you're more disappointed than anything.
Like,
you're not sure what his full emotions were because you didn't get enough time to try to insight check him through, the eye. But he didn't look thrilled that a random skeleton popped out wherever the hell it went.
Instead of one of our heads.
Instead of like one of you guys being dead, probably. You don't know why he was upset, but in theory, you'd assume he wanted you dead. But yeah, Jonah, your eye is now inside the big top.
So that's the question. It doesn't say, but am I aware of its location?
Oh, yeah.
So I know where the eye is.
I will mark which door it is closest to. That one.
Interesting. Didn't really send it anywhere. Just moved it across the way.
Also, Train still has other skeleton like trying to gnaw on his arm, by the way.
Oh, well, we still have some more traps to trigger, so throw him down there too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Just eat another skeleton, and once again, drawn and quartered.
All right, Bob, dinner time's over.
Yeah, that one's Bob. I mean, Eldritch Blast triggers things. That grabbing random, things will trigger it. So if you guys want to get through the traps the most brute force way possible, just throwing, dead monsters and skeletons into it, I can't stop you!
It's a raid. Somehow throwing skeletons seems more effective. Let's go find some more.
It's not hard. You guys popped a few on your way over.
At one point, Shiakio starts having fun with it, tossing him up like a baseball and just cracking him with Orzal as a bat.
Using the flat of it, just send him in there like the bones scattering and triggering different traps.
Yep.
You discover it takes at least a bone about the size of the one for your forearm to trigger a trap. Or, Eldritch Blast.
Finds a random just skull and plays golf with it.
Yeah, no, you could just use individual bones, or you could use entire skeletons, or you can find, imps or random other monsters. Because all around are scrubs. Unless you crit fail on some rolls to grab them, they're yours.
So, question. Given that we now know he's in there, can the eye still see him?
The eye can still move, because you can still control it. You just had it fixed to the skull.
Okay, well, it now is not fixed to the skull. It's going to go look for him. hunting I shall go.
Yeah, Jonas is like fucking just like watching TV intently while you guys are all just throwing skeletons in there. And
I assume
this
he
could
just
take you like
start.
a half hour to gather up all the things you need to get through all these fucking traps and yeet them into the door. So, you want to?
I will eventually find Jonah.
Yeah. So this is happening like over the course of a half hour of just like scouring around.
Couple times holding Celestine back and telling him, no fetch.
No, don't go fetch. Oh, that's right, we are throwing a bunch of bones on a hall. Crap.
Oh no!
How many will saves he had to make?
No. So after about the third skeleton, Celestine is just like, Celestine is like, you guys have used him as like a baseball pitcher, and with the stick, he just poof, scatters their bones through there.
Yes.
And he's like, you know what? I'll try to fetch the bones unless I break the bones. Throw them at me. So you just like toss a skeleton his way, and he just bats it in there. Or at least a couple occasions, a few imps. A few times they actually survived the hit enough to go in there without being a fine bloody miss. Those are the times when Celestine doesn't crit. Yeah, as John is looking around while you guys are having out the traps in the most delicious style ever. Fucking thank you. About 15 minutes in, Jonna, unfortunately, suddenly your eye just flickers out.
Couldn't find him.
No, it's something dispelled it.
Oh dear.
You don't know where it came from or what did it. You just know that as you're like looking around, something suddenly just suddenly dispel magic and feed with dead.
I have a bad feeling. I suddenly have one fear. How goes your search, Jonna? As I baseball swing another skull in. I assume she was.
I don't think he likes being spied on.
What do you mean?
Shame. Say hi.
What do you mean? You lost the eye somehow?
Apparently he found it.
I thought that thing was invisible.
Arvin immediately turns up. The invisibility is only a second level spell.
You must have had something to detect it, because unless you know it's... like... you must have been able to somehow detect it was there. Or he can see the unseen every so often, like I can.
Mm-hmm. That's why Arvin brought up the see invisibility spell. See, he's trained enough in Arcana to know what that is and what it does.
Yeah. Trying to think of how he would have detected the eye in the first place, unless he like physically touched it in the skull.
You're overthinking it. I'll be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah, I am.
He knows we're here now, so...
He's known for a while because you guys keep yeeting things into trigger the goddamn hand trap, floor master traps.
I assume
How
you
wide
know.
is the hallway?
Hallway is 10 feet wide and about
Damn.
12 tall.
Damn.
Whereabouts was he, by the way, Jonna? I assume you know where your eye was.
I know where where it was, but it got snuffed out. Doesn't mean I know where he was.
It was you were looking through the bleachers by then to see if you could find like a way into like the equivalent back room where the performers are.
Okay, so he's on our level. He's not like down or something, supposedly.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, after and that was 15 minutes in, so another 15 minutes after that, the hall is very much devoid of traps. And you know this because you chuck a few more skeletons at the walls, along the walls, Eldritch Blast. You make sure you clean that sucker out.
After you.
Well, he knows we're here, so I'm not even gonna bother stealthing.
Rain shall go first, because...
I assume Celestine will be up front as well. He'll be second, I'll be third.
Okie dokie. Let me just make sure I have this map ready then.
Oh, honey, I'm home. No, I don't actually say that.
Just grab everyone's tokens out of the freak show.
And I assumed that as we were clearing out traps, it was kind of going through that cycle of some traps were just connecting as we went along the whole time.
Yeah, no, every time you hit where the wires were, you were triggering a lot of them, but so it went kind of fast, but even then, you hit a few, like, individual bones triggered the traps directly, so it took a little longer, because some were triggered earlier than others.
Yeah, lines kept forming if we triggered certain traps.
No. That only happened if you used Eldritch Blast.
Uh.
And it only happened the first time. All of them were connected by the time you started eating skeletons.
Well,
it was like the immediate response to you trying to get around them like that. It's like, fuck you.
Oh, you want to trip traps that way, huh?
Well, fuck.
Oh, I can't wait to see this map.
It's the best big top map I could fucking find, which is not saying very much. Roll 20, please. I know you're unhappy with a lot of things, but work with me here. All right, so what was the marching order?
It's Terrain, Celestine, Jacquio, and then everyone else.
Yep.
John is in the back because squishy.
I don't know which order, but that would put Marvin, Padma, and Snake somewhere in the middle-ish.
Well, I'm saying up what I think would make the most sense given the logic of who is most squishy.
Also, just realized a nice side effect bonus. Eating all the skeletons and shit. Pretty much.
Yeah, you cleared out a bunch more things that you needed to kill anyways.
Guaranteed the area around the big top is definitely clear. At least for
yeah.
now.
And free XP.
Well, just based off of max HP totals and general basic logic of beefy boys up front and squishies in the back, let me move you guys over to the map. Whoop.
I like how the boots are just off to the side.
I just copied them over because I was probably going to need them because Celestine will have to Awu to summon them again. And again, not the best tent situation, best big top I could find, but I'm going to make it work.
Let's see.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. I need to get a thing. Because I need to mark where the eye was when it disappeared. You can't control this one because it's not the same token. I just copied and put it here. But that's about where it was, Rune. Ow. Fucking sneezing.
Well, I guess we shall advance.
Yes.
But yeah.
I guess the friggin' like blue and red stuff is like raised or something.
That's the edges of the performance area. Like that's effectively the walls.
Oh, okay.
So hold on, the side you're on is higher up than down in here.
Oh, so we could just like jump over it.
Yeah, it's like a 15 feet.
That's bigger than the squishies with no strength can jump. So we're gonna go around.
Yeah, so you have ways to get down there anyhow. Because like I'm just working with the map I've got.
Shall we make our way towards where your eye disappeared?
Then have to move all these other tokens because there's only 3 people here.
Well, 2.5.
Shh.
Terrain can now see the bleachers and down through into the area.
All right, 1 second. Fuck. What did I do with those fucking tokens?
I'm guessing we don't see a pile of skeleton parts.
You see, glancing into the center of the thing, you do see scattered about in various places in there just bits of like the things you yeeted through the fucking traps. There's like spatterings of dead imps, a lot of bones.
Well, at least we know where they went.
cause the eye to go poof.
Where the fuck did that token go? Don't start with me, roll 20, please. Thank you.
Ready, place?
Copy. Could have sworn Past Me had more of these fuckers set up already, but no! Past Me is an asshole. Oh my god, roll 20, please!
Just need you to work, just for a minute.
Okay. That will do for now. And you're approaching where the eye was?
Yes.
Mm. Well, just at a glance for both Terrain and Jonathan, since you two are the closest, nothing looks weird at all. It's just bleachers.
And just because we talked about it before, we use the CNC feature.
Let's see.
God damn sneeze attack. Just in case something's invisible.
What direction you look in when you do that?
I am currently looking towards the bleachers.
The closest you see that is what you assume to have been the semi-invisible magical dust from when the eye got fucking vaporized.
Huh.
Which, it's just like, okay, sure, I guess. It doesn't, to Jonna and Terrain, it doesn't look like there's any sign of, like, it was a fireball or some shit blowing it the hell up.
Interesting. I think I pinpointed where your eye got destroyed.
Yeah, you see you're in kind of like Batman's detective mode in the Telltale Batman games.
Yeah.
Or in the Arkham games or whatever the fuck. It's like that, you just see like the fucking scattering of like pixie dust that used to be the eye. And even then, it's almost gone by now.
Yeah.
Just like more accurately pinpointed it was over there.
How do we want to search? In the bleachers around the bleachers. If I remember correctly, she didn't actually find him again.
No, haven't found him.
Mm-hmm. Well, knowing Celestine, I need to roll a certain thing because the boof is going to do boof things. Sniff him out, boy.
Does he have the scent, though?
He just has to find a scent that isn't you guys. Or, dead monster.
Or, the 15 bajillion sets of bones we just threw in here.
Yeah, again, he has to find a thing that isn't something he already knows of, which is predominantly you guys, and, well, all the things you threw here. What are you doing?
I was checking something. John is setting up artillery emplacements just in case.
Ah.
I have the high ground.
She's
How fitting for that gif you used earlier.
She's planting herself as the mortar tube. Just in case.
Like Bastion sieging up an Overwatch.
I'm assuming I'm not actually going to see anything, but I'm going to look underneath the bleachers.
Hmm.
Just to check.
Nothing there.
Figured. And we did end up giving him a good 30 minutes to go hide. I'm up first.
As for Celestine, who just, after he does his sniff, he's like, smell bad, man, but don't know where.
Bad men everywhere.
And he, like, shakes his head. Baddest man. One, and just sort of gestures to all of the fucking everything outside that door you came through.
I just noticed something that's throwing me off considerably.
Mm-hmm.
The map has a grid on it. It does not line up with the grid of the actual tokens.
I tried. It made me fucking furious and I couldn't get it right. Trust me.
I'm like, wait, that doesn't look right. Oh god, there's two grids.
Yeah, no, I was fucking livid as I was trying to get this to line up. It's like, fuck it, here. Pfft. Close
Fine.
enough.
You win, Roll20, you son of a bitch.
Ignore the black lines. Go with this, like the white lines. That's the problem.
Well, it's easy to tell where the grid is because your tokens won't move, will snap to them.
Since Giacchio's going around, Terrain's just going to move in.
Okay, before you move him, put him back. Giacchio, at any point with the invisibility up, did you look into the thing in the center?
I may have... Yeah, he would have glanced in, because he's kind of looking around as he's walking.
Well, you would have noticed something right here.
Would I know... Can I tell what it is, or just that, hey, there's an invisible thing here?
Just, you only caught that because you have a very high passive perception, and well, very hard to miss this one, at least to you. But it was a person.
I focus on that, and what do I see?
Your dad.
What the fuck? I was not expecting him to be relevant. I never made him the character creator.
That's a very cheap token, actually.
I'll show you the full art for that sometime. It's pretty cool.
And he's invisible.
Mm-hmm.
I am just staring in disbelief. And you said this thing isn't very high, so I can basically just walk/jump over it.
It's like a hand railing, and there's like the little wall down, kind of. Because it is like along a sort of a pit that was in the center of this area.
Pop.
As you approach, you notice a very notable feature beyond the fact that this guy, looks like you, but younger and a bit less, jacked up, which is kind of weird because it's like, that's dad. That's my dad. I know my dad. Why is the what? Excuse me?
Why is he
Arden?
here, and why is he invisible?
Yeah, so it's because he's dead.
Yeah, I know he's dead.
And the massive gaping wound on his chest that looks Well, it looks like at one point it was bleeding. Now it just shows like a decayed, empty skeleton underneath his underneath his quote unquote skin. So you just see like it's like down like directly across from like his right shoulder to the left side of his hip, just a huge gash, and you can like see skeleton his ribcage in there. Hi, twin.
I'm well aware this wouldn't have been you, Ren. The fuck?
I'm evil, but I'm not that evil.
How? Why? How is he here? What?
Hi, Tori.
What hot mess did I walk into?
I have.
Oh, let me catch her up.
Yeah.
So, step one of things when they got to the big top at the center of the Loaberg. One, the tent looked
Or
perfectly
robot.
fine. Two, there was a 50-foot gap from the edge of the tent to the edge of a quote-unquote barrier that also looked pristine and normal. Jonah getting fed up with everyone else being Padma getting fed up with everyone else being a dumbass around her, grabbed the MacGuffin from Arvin and threw it at the barrier and got through it. After Jonah discovered there was a bunch of fake entrances, and Jacquio learned that whatever was creating the quote-unquote barrier was like the magical equivalent of 3 languages stacked on top of each other in a trench coat.
So basically magical English.
Kind of. Jonah then discovered that all your ways in were lined with traps. 30 along the floor, 30 along each wall, and 30 along the ceiling.
That's a bit overkill.
Jacquio then used Eldritch Blast to try to get rid of them. After he had already triggered the first one by accident and managed to just make the deck safe to not get grabbed by the floor master. After that, Terrain and Jonah hit upon the brilliant idea of grab skeleton, put arcane eye in one of its empty eye sockets, and then yeet it into the thing full of traps that have now spiderwebbed in expansion in response to Jacquio shooting them. So I'd get drawn and quartered, and then her eye was dropped in here, and her brother looked really pissed. You guys then spent about a half hour yeeting skeletons and imps and other low-level demonic threats through the portals into the tunnel to get rid of all the traps. And, having to keep Celestine from chasing the bones. Upon coming inside, you went to where Jonah's arcane eye was dispelled and couldn't really find anything. Jonah set up shop. Jacquio turned on see invisibility and started walking around, and he saw the ethereal, the token he's right next to right now is his dad.
Oh my.
Wait, is he invisible or is he ethereal?
I mean, in this case, what's the difference?
Whether or not I can see through him and determine whether or not he's a ghost?
That's a good point.
Am I dealing with a ghost, or am I dealing with a physical zombie that for some reason is invisible?
It looks about 50-50.
What the fuck?
Like, he's invisible, but he's also like halfway translucent. And again, there's a huge gash from right shoulder to the left side of his hip. Just torn open, edges are caked in blood, and you can just see his skeleton underneath of it.
Apparently he was
Like, no organs, no muscle, no nothing underneath the skin. And he's just like, sort of like staring straight ahead a little towards the ground. He hasn't like even looked in your direction. He's just standing there.
I'm gonna move just a hair closer.
Worth mentioning, he is holding a weapon.
Yeah, there is a look of shock on my face, but my weapons are drawn.
He's
and in Sylvan,
he's holding the greatsword.
and Sylvan, I call out, Potter? I'm drawing off of Assassin's Creed. It's ancient Greek for father. That's the Sylvan word I'm using.
I don't know. I thought an old little kid thing of mashing father and papa, so it was cute either way.
The whatever the fuck it is, it's like left ear twitches, and that's as much as it regards you.
I know we're not in combat, but I would quote unquote like to use a dodge action as I step pretty much into his melee here.
One moment. Washing down chicken tendy.
Train's just still searching because he has no idea what's going on.
Hmm.
He can't see it.
Well, he did hear me out loud call out Potter.
He doesn't fucking speak Greek.
He just heard something said as he's like walking around, and
I assume anyone who's looking at me can obviously tell I'm looking at something with a look of awe and shock on my face.
good thing you took that dodge action, by the way, because he missed. Just as you get close, you suddenly see the head just snap in your direction, eyes go wide, and then just both hands greatsword are coming right at you. And the instant after you sidestep the greatsword, you see, oh, there's more.
Oh, good.
Indeed, once the attack goes through, your quote-unquote dad is now visible. And so are a few other friends. Thank you for walking right past that one, Rin.
Surprised it didn't slap me when I walked in the square.
Hold on, we need a change of music.
Fuck me.
You must kill your father.
I must re-kill my father.
Once the specters all appear, and actually, fuck, did you have a name for your dad? Because I don't have one in my notes. I just have him there.
Yes. Hang on, let me open my sheet. It's in my sheet. Fuvo.
Type that out for me.
Yeah, I'll type it in there. It's in the Roll20 chat.
I see it.
Yeah.
Come on, thank you.
Yeah, this is a very,
Bless
very
you.
dead zombie. And in Shiakio's mind, he just had been given about as much reason to kill Jonah now as Jana probably does.
That's a bit of a stretch.
You get my point. He's pretty pissed at... He's wildly assuming that this is probably somehow Jonah's fault.
That would be
Wild, wild assumption. Based on really nothing other than the fact that... Other than location.
Jackie, remind me, what's your passive perception again?
Passive perception is 20... 20, yeah.
You faintly hear a woman's voice on the winds, but you can't make out what she's saying.
Oh, hey.
Can I tell direction at all?
No.
No. Just that...
Just, you heard, like... It's like the spooky type you hear, is like the sounding voice. Or, like, that's the sound preceding a voice saying anything. It's pretty spooky. You also hear...
I don't recognize the voice either, but yeah, clapping. Okay.
It's just really loud clapping.
I was thinking footsteps.
As someone, as your attention is all drawn up to one of the posts in the middle of the big top.
How high up is he?
The pillar he's on is about Another 60 feet up.
So 150 away.
It's like, well done. Quicker on the draw than I expected you to be. To think I had to get him out for insurance.
What did you do to my father's body?
Don't ask me. Ask your uncle.
Oh boy.
Oh wait.
Oh wait, can't really do that, right? He's kind of dead. And, that mask you've got there, that certainly looks quite familiar. I will admit, seems I hadn't quite accounted for the most... He looks down in the direction of one of the piles of fucking skeleton bits you threw through those goddamn traps. Boneheaded approach to getting through you would have taken.
Did you say that last line again?
He wasn't accounting for the boneheaded approach you would have taken to get through the traps. He says, looking at the pile of skeletons. But, no matter. In the end, I doubt you'll be leaving here alive regardless.
We'll see.
It is time.
So let's dispense the pleasantries. Kill them! And, are you gonna do a thing, Rin?
Firebird.
Right, as he does that, good, because, need y'all to roll initiative. Wow, good job, Darian.
I should have expected this.
Fast.
I should have expected this.
Alright, now for the 30 fucking NPCs I have to roll initiative for. Wow, you're going right. You like you're gonna get all your business done at once, Rin. How thoughtful of you.
Jonna has the higher mod though, so Jonna goes before him.
Oh, good job, Arvin.
I mean, it doesn't seem to matter aside from the Jinx. I'm still going last.
Well, I also need to get around to rolling their fucking things. I'm rolling through all the fucking characters first. Come on, Celestine. I clicked on your fucking sheet. Oh my god, roll 20. Holy shit, Celestine.
Who's got the higher mod?
Arvin, absolutely. There is no question. Celestine has a dex mod of 2.
The two characters that are the most pissed off at the situation are the ones going last.
Right?
Neck time. Come on, roll 20, please. Thank you. There's the heck.
I will say Shiakio was put down, mask off, but the mask was put somewhere where it was pretty clearly visible regardless.
Oh yeah, no, he has a very good vantage point. He also saw you walking around it anyways, so...
Yeah.
Well, he has a good vantage point until it gets to Jonna's turn. He will
Oh,
lose.
don't worry, Snackbot's going last.
Hey!
The one who technically could care less about the situation because robots technically don't have emotions. Beyond beep boop or tech.
Beep Boop helps Snack all of Snackbot's traits. Also, don't worry, Jinx. Your dad has about as bad of a dex mod as you do.
My dex mod isn't terrible.
It's still +1, and so is your dad's. Because you go first.
Oh shit, my dex mod is only +1. Fuck. Oh yeah, that's right, because I'm boosting it up for the higher.
Is it bad that I kind of want Jonah to get like a nat 20 and get to go first? Even though he'd probably still go after Padma, because frickin' hacks rolls.
Not quite a nat 20, but man, all your business is happening all at once, Durin. Wow, in almost descending order perfectly from most to least threatening is how the enemy fucking rolled. Descending. Arvin goes first. And
I like how it's most
What-
to least threatening, but the generic spooks are going first out of the enemies.
what's Janna's dex mod?
Dex mod, exactly. Let me check. I know her initiative's +2, so
Well, that's what her dex mod is. So,
2,
what's terrains?
1.
Okay. So roll me a d20 because it's down because you and John and her brother have the same dex mod. Oh, you go first. Yeah, no, your brother's getting dunked.
Where was that when I was rolling initiative? God damn it!
Don't matter, you're still going before him.
Yeah, don't even worry about it. Because you're going to set him up right for justice to come his way. Alright, so, top of the round. Padma, what's going on? You, apparently see your boyfriend's dad is over there as a ghost. There's an asshole up on top of there. And there's a few spoops around doing spoopy things.
You're
Oh,
way the hell out
boy.
of the bleachers.
Does Padma know Sylvan?
No, I know common and primordial.
She does not know he's my father.
Hmm.
Because I called out that he was my
In
father
Sylvan?
in Sylvan, yeah.
So
So she's
Chelsea
not-
would know then. Chelsea speaks Sylvan.
She can maybe
So
infer
that's-
it because of the look of shock on my face, but she doesn't
I'm also
outright
Helen
know.
gone away.
Yeah, she's Helen gone, so she just
This
knows
is
that
also
there's another
true.
cat boy who tried to kill you.
Oh, good. I could hit both of them.
Oh no.
Move here, and then at the two spoops. Tried and true. Lightning bolt.
Oh, baby.
Lightning bolt, lightning bolt.
Well,
Put
hold
it
on,
down, sap.
Forgot
What?
one of them rolled 69 for its health.
Ah,
Can't see both
All right.
of them.
Oh yeah, you got both of them. I don't even care about saying that the fucking scrubs got that much health. They're not supposed to be the most dangerous. They do have a lot of dex though, so this might actually. Oh wow, they're actually very good at their dex saves. Okay, let's see how well this goes for you two. Boop. Well, that guy saved. The one with the other guy, not just barely. So they both only take 17 points of damage, but you still very effectively lightning bolt some bitches.
It's still 17 damage. It's still something.
Yeah. To be fair, though, it seems like the one directly next to terrain dodged by complete accident. It just like twitched in just a way that the lightning only singed the back of its head. Well, I gotta finish fucking putting all the goddamn health in. Pieces of shit. Damn it, past me. At least you rolled their HP, you fucker. Oh my god, the fucking skeleton trap removal thing is the best D&D thing to happen this entire campaign. I'm so happy.
And the sad truth of it is it completely destroyed the entire thing I had designed myself.
Are you sure?
Well, the specific thing.
Are you sure?
He didn't mention anything particular about setting off any particular traps that did something different. So, we may still have something in play here.
Alrighty, is that your turn? Sorry?
Yeah.
Alright. Arvin's up. Arvin, what the hell can you do again? It's been ages since I've had you do anything. Let's see. Oh, wow, huh? Alrighty, then. Wait, what's the range on that again? Ah, damn. Don't think he has enough. Fucking character sheet getting in the way. Okay, that's far. So you would have to move up. Good to know. How far can you move again? Roll 20, please. Oh my god, I desperately fix these fucking character sheets somehow. This is so annoying. Oh wow, he was actually injured. I should have had him heal up. Oh well. Okay, 45. So he's gonna move there. Then yeah, you know, let's just go for this. Alrighty, so he will. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Cast Obelisk of Stone. Which normally wouldn't be a problem. However, he's aiming at the pillar that Jonah is on. So, how much... quick check, how much HP does this thing have? Did I account for my own stupidity in having Arvin do this? Yay, good job, past me. You're not a dumbass in this regard. Oh god, fuck. Well, the pillar takes 21 points of bludgeoning damage as 3 stone obelisks just suddenly jut up out of it and pierce through it, but the pillar's surprisingly sturdy and still standing. Fuck. Plan B, pivot slightly, and he's just going to throw a knife at that spoop there next to Train. Throw the knife at the spoop. He hits the spoop. Spoop is now taking the full lightning bolt damage. Boof time. How far can Boof run? Boof can run 40. first off, Boof will awoo.
I'm just giving you that 40-foot reference.
And hold on, I need to turn on an aura on Celestine because they have to be within a certain range for him to get the bonus. Fuck, what is the range on the fucking thing? Okay, they have to be within 20 feet, so I need a 20-foot aura on Celestine. Don't mind the green. That's just the range the boofs have to be in for him to get his boof bonus.
What green?
Oh, fuck. You guys can't see it. I should fix that. Advanced. There you go. Don't mind that. It's just, Doggos must be in pack range.
Okay. His boofs have to be in that circle for him to get boof bonus.
Yes.
To us, it means nothing.
Yeah. I'll just put them there. And I'm pretty sure whatever the fuck this thing between Terrain and Celestine is about to be very dead.
Probably a safe assumption. Especially if he's the one with 69 HP.
Fucking Christ, Kel. I know you're not even here, man, but goddamn.
Shame about that low damage roll.
All three Fang colors, and then stick from the offhand. Let's see. Did it survive the first hit? That's a no.
It's
No,
like
just because of that crit adding
plus
fucking...
plus 23. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's his strength plus the die roll from being a brute plus his level because he is a brute. Brute criticals fucking destroy things. Because that's 18 plus 23. This thing's fucking dead. It had 34 health. It doesn't fucking matter. Just Celestine walks up, one swing. There's just a smattering of like shadow as the ghost is now just fucking dead. And Celestine, unfortunately, cannot boof anything else with those last two hits, so he's just going to keep moving. As his boofs reposition to stay in range, but scattered a bit. Actually, no, not this one. This one's going to stay hang back a little bit by Padma.
Good boof.
Mm-hmm. Now it's the Spoop's turn. How far can these Spoops move? Oh, right, they're all monks. Let me double check. How far can they move at this point? Just far enough for this one to be a problem for Giacchio.
Of
Oh,
course.
boy.
Because why the fuck not?
I got your flight. Just like XCOM.
He's already pissed off that he has to re-kill his father.
It's just like XCOM, Jinx getting flanked all the time.
Does that really happen all the time?
At least once a mission.
Well, it's a good thing a lot of them are a bit more drawn to... oh, wait, no, he moved up to there, so he can't go any further. Yeah, that's just all of his movement. So, one behind Giacchio is going to strike smack.
19 is the number to beat for my AC.
Your AC is babies.
Well, don't worry.
Pardon me for not being broken.
Oh yeah, he has flurry of blows, so you have 2 more. Oh. Well, of his attacks, only 2 hit, so don't worry about it. It's not that bad. One of them's a crit, though.
Oh boy.
Because the roll totals were 27, 18, 13, 29. Natural 20 on that last one. And I feel like a natural 20 hits.
Just maybe.
Mm-hmm. Fortunately, they're not super deadly, don't think. What's that dice for that again? Oh, okay. It's not that bad. Excuse me. You take 18 points of damage as suddenly from behind you, you turn, you see the ghost once across the face, you duck under his next 2, and then the last one's a spinning kick across your head, and you see stars a little bit, but not as bad as it could have been.
Ow.
And now these 2 are going to try to bully Celestine because he bullied their friend. Little do they know. Little do they fucking know. What is Celestine's AC? I know the answer is stupid. 25. Okay. Fucking Christ. Why did I let you do that with his shield? Actually, oh, fucking God, the armor. Fuck! Why did I make him so strong?
What have I done? I've made a monster.
Past me!
We thought it was hilarious. Little did we know.
I don't know, it's still hilarious.
Damn it, he's more than 5 feet away. I can't make him more broken.
Yeah.
Please don't.
I almost had them try to flank him, but then I realized no, that would have put one as being flanked by Stormfront. So no, let's pass on that because they're not that stupid.
If he were 1 space closer, I could give him 2 of my AC.
God. And to do.
And nothing to touch him.
Well, don't worry. The one that's closer to you can't hit for dick. The highest natural roll on his dice was an 8. Across 4 fucking attacks. The other guy, however, has some gumption. And he's one of the ones who got lightning bolted. So Celestine was hit a total of twice. For what's not going to be a lot of damage, because... yeah, these guys don't got a whole lot going for them. Oh, wow. It still, through 2 hits with no crits, did the same amount of damage to... before damage reduction to Celestine as Jacquio just took. However, it's only minus 15, and I believe he gets counterattacked for... what's that stupid effect on the goddamn armor? You click on that. Oh, okay. Great. God fucking damn it, Celestine, why you gotta be so burly? Yeah, he took 15 damage from that and dealt back 16 from the fucking counter.
Ah!
God fucking damn that armor. As it's funny, you see the one up closer to terrain run up and start doing like this whole fucking like Jackie Chan thing, but Celestine just like doesn't even notice as he's sort of dodging, and then he gets hit by this other guy, and then the armor just like flashes and shoots a pulse of like energy out that poof hits the other one, and it looks a little shocked by the fact that its hits are now hurting it, but it's not backing down. Fenless, you're up.
Hardly.
Not very.
I'm only down, yeah, like 21 HP. I'm good.
pinging right around here. If you need a, there you go. Actually, since that was it, let me just delete him because he's just a ghost.
Poof.
Oh. Moonbeam time.
Moonfire.
Draw a shape. What level? Oh, there we go. Oh, that one. Oh. Oh, baby. It's a 10-foot radius. Oh, God. Hold on, I need to draw proper. Okay, the circle is the actual range. Don't mind the other thing.
You're just trying to form an alchemy circle, no big deal.
Not really. Yeah, no, these guys. Oh, con's not great for them. That's a fail. By just one, but that's a fail. So that's 23 damage. I just very handily just Akmorn a motherfucker. You know, as you do. I assume that's your turn then, Darian? Okie dokie. Alright, John, I fuck him up.
So, what was the ruling we had last time I used the spell about it's doubling the flight speed? When I technically don't have flight speed.
Your
Oh,
flight speed is double your movement?
hold on.
Question mark?
Let me just go back up that fucking spell. It gives you a fly speed of 60 feet.
Cool.
And don't forget, you can right-click while moving your token to give out a rangefinder.
So I bitch.
Close enough.
It was like right.
Yeah, that was five. That was okay. That's what you're aiming for.
I was trying to get over here and the freaking thing lost control of the token, tried to drag it.
You were in line with that spook that was that's closest to terrain, right?
More or less, I think.
Okay, yeah. Whatever. I saw where you were trying to go, anyways.
I just need one tag down where I am.
Yeah, because you were trying to move to inline. All right, you're flying over there now.
So he's saves an additional 60 feet up. So he's 90 feet up.
He was 90 feet off the ground, so he's like 30 feet up because you're. I assume you flew up at enough of an angle to get within range, closer.
Yeah.
Because to be fair, you were about 40 feet below him from where you started, from that height of the bleachers. So, Good
damage.
lord.
That damage, though.
Maxed out. You rolled almost the exact goddamn same on both of them. For just like the base things. Fucking hell. Oh no! Here again. That fucking gif.
The hinder shades.
Oh my god. Well, unfortunately for Jonah's AC, yeah, the 24 and a 29 both hit him.
Toasty.
So that's minus 30. Oh wait, and you had that thing that reduces that corrodes resistances, right?
So if he has fire resistance, he does not have fire resistance anymore.
It drops immunity to resistance, though, right? Well, he has
Let
immunity.
Let me click the button. It does exactly what that is. Also, holy crap, he was immune to fire damage? Fuck you, dude.
I only gave him that because I knew you'd ignore it anyways. He knows what his sister's about.
I think it's this one.
It should be the Pyromancer feat. Yeah.
So he's not taking all that damage, but he's not taking none of it.
Yeah, no. He looks to be about resistant, which to you implies that for anyone else he would just be taking no fire damage, but because you are just the queen of fire, who gives a fuck? He still burns.
Toasty!
Also, damn, you disappointed me. I expected something more explosive.
I have to get closer to that.
I mean,
I have to get closer still.
to be fair, he is in range for something bigger, but if you're gonna firebolt,
know.
you've already firebolted. Alright,
I know
Now
the
it's
range
his
on other
turn.
Stuff.
because I assume you don't have anything else.
Nope, that was my move, my action, and bonus actions. I'm out of stuff.
Okay, let me scroll back up to that. Oh, right, you are doing that thing. Alright, well, his turn. What do you have again, pal? Oh, yeah.
Guessing a bunch of new demon stuff he didn't have before.
What do you mean he didn't have it before?
Last time I ran into him and almost killed him.
What do you mean he didn't have it then, too?
Well, then he should have freaking used it.
You're forgetting how stupid he is.
Fair enough.
Remind me, did you say the enemy order ended up being descending or ascending from least to most threatening?
Roughly descending. The spoops are the lowest tier threat, and they went first.
That would be ascending order, actually. Regardless, my father is arguably the most threatening thing in the
I
room
said
right
roughly.
now. That's what I said. He's roughly the most threatening thing in the room, going by that logic.
Are you sure it's not this guy because he controls this place?
Oh, I'm sure it is. That's why I'm saying roughly.
Oh, wait, fuck.
Emphasis on
Oh.
roughly.
I skipped the layer actions.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Do it.
My mistake. Oh, well, they were going right after Fenless anyways. But, layer action, hold on. What do I have for this?
Layer actions are, 20 count or whatever that's called. I forget.
I had specific ones for him because of reasons I don't know why. I just wrote it down as they go on initiative count 18. Layer as in dragon's lair. Layer of the
Okay.
big bad guy. Not layer as in wrong layer in an art program.
Okay. So,
Alrighty. Well, with that layer action, before Jonah floats up and starts blasting him, you just see Jonah produce temporarily a small cane, and then snap his fingers. And a roulette wheel. Hold on.
Oh, good.
Big ass one appears down here in that red box. Well. Alrighty, so. There are 2 layers to this spinning roulette. Or well, are there on this thing? Oh no, my mistake. Tori, if you remember the Fortune boss fight in Persona 3, it's basically that.
So obnoxious.
Yeah. However, this one is very clearly stacked against you guys from the get-go, because there's a few options. You see just like a single like cartoony headshot of everyone in the party. Jacquio's dad, Jonah, and then one of the spoops. But the spots for the 3 that aren't you guys are a lot smaller.
Oh, good.
Because there's a ring in the middle that has all the faces, and there's a ring on the outside that has like various... You don't know what the fuck they mean. There's a picture of a knife, there's a picture of a lion, there's a picture of a card, there's a top hat, what looks like a tightrope, and then like a swing. There's a few other things, one that just looks like an explosion. You're not sure what any of it means, but it's about to spin. So
I like the way you look. I like the way you implemented this.
this is my backup plan for if you guys got past that.
Good.
That's why I told you, so you thought. Let me see, there's... I gotta fucking count people now.
It's so stacked in the house's favor that the house doesn't even have to take a risk.
What was it? 1, 2,
Just like a
3,
casino.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, cool. It's equivalently a D12 for this. All right, let me just make sure I have this all written down properly, because, god damn it, past me, you had some of this done, but still didn't burn it. Everyone? Yeah, it is. Oh yeah, one of the heads is also the Celestine's ghost dogs.
That's just mean.
I had to fill out the D12 somehow.
And Jonah's not dumb enough to put himself there.
I counted wrong, apparently. Because the ghosts all count as 1. Spoopy guys you're blowing, who got the spoopy monks, they all count as 1. So it's Jonah, Jacquio, Celestine, Fenlis, Padma, Sneck, Sneckbot, and Arvin. That's only 8 of you. Yeah, I'm apparently bad at math. Or... Actually, wait, hold on a second. I can fix this in a different way.
9 of those, actually.
What?
Unless you're counting Sneck and Sneckbot as one thing.
They are separate.
Then there's 9.
Right, terrain. Fuck, thank you. God damn, I'm stupid. Okay, let's roll this. Let's see what happens. I hate you, dice. So the inner ring stops on Arvin.
Oh no.
What is the outer ring going to stop on? Because there was 12 on the inner ring. There's 20 on the outside.
Oh, good.
$19. What is that one? Oh. Okay.
Did he get the one he was supposed to get?
No.
Oh.
So, the icon that appears looks like a big trampoline. Like, that's what it ended on for old Arvin. Let me just delete that, because that's not needed now. And, all of a sudden, he suddenly, what the, falls through a hole. And for a moment,
Arvin.
hold on, where is the fucking drawing tool? Nah, fuck it. And then all of a sudden, you see over on the far left side where like the 3 big round balls are.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than it actually being a trampoline like it looks like, turns out it was the front face on a cannon. And you can see Arvin's head sticking out of it. What the hell is going on? And the cannon's being aimed at, now I need to roll on D12 again. And I have to re-roll 8s because that's what Arvin was. Oh no. Oh no. And then the cannon pivot, and takes aim at Sneck.
That's a hell of a shot.
It's a fucking cannon, dog. No, let me see what Sneck's AC is, because this is going to take a few very interesting saves.
Incoming tiefling.
God. Okay, 18, and Arvin has to make a dex save as well. Let's see what's the. Oh God! Past me, you do some things
That
so
didn't
well,
sound
and other
good.
things you're just such an asshole. Well, unfortunately, that hits Sneck.
That's gonna hurt.
Because it was a natural 15 with a plus 13 to hit, because I'm apparently an asshole at some whatever time in the fucking morning I wrote this.
Just blame it on me.
Oh, apparently I wrote this at like 3:30 in the morning. That was when I last saved, so I was partially sleep deprived. Good job, me. All right.
You had to make it so they can actually hit the tanks. There's your reason.
You know, you're right.
Because Terrain has an AC of 26.
Come on. Open Arvin's fucking sheet. He needs to make a dex save. Good thing he's actually good at those. Holy God, Arvin!
Well, I think he passed that.
Yeah. Natural 20. He
really
hits on that dex save.
He's really noping about his predicament.
No. So the cannon just... You hear the fuse... Arvin just fucking... Literally terrified screaming across the entire goddamn battlefield. Hold on, I got it.
180-foot shot.
And, Oh wait, Snake has to make a dex save too. Okay. Snake manages to just kind of enough turn, and so does Arvin, so it becomes a glancing blow instead of a full-on tiefling to the face of the poor kobold. And what's the damage on this?
I was guessing that's a bad.
Oh, there's the note. Hope you get Celestine to shoot at terrain. Mm-hmm.
That would probably actually kind of like dink.
That would probably hurt them both. It'll hurt them both a lot. Let's see, they both take 40 points of bludgeoning damage. Oh, my mistake, 20 because they made the saves.
Still, Jesus Christ. They're not the tankiest individuals.
Since Arvin was shot, he hits the ground and he is currently prone. And Snek is a little confused, but that was your first warning. Okay, now it's Jonah's turn.
He spun the wheel and then got lit on fire.
He spun the wheel for layer action.
Actually,
But once the wheel happened, after it was over, the cane in his hand, which you noticed also looked like kind of like a key, just very big one, just disappeared. And then he pulled a fucking he pulled a greatsword off his back, and he just points it at Jonna. Now, there's better things to be shooting at. And I need, hold on, what is that spell? What is that spell? What does it do? Make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
It's a good thing you have advantage because you're fighting him. So, you feel some arcane force like trying to influence around you. You're like, the fuck? No. And you shake it off. And he's like, shit.
Fucker trying to mind control me.
And then you see him just start to sprint.
Very bad because of where I am and what I have at my disposal.
Hold on, I need to move this guy up one because Jonah's gonna start hauling ass across the tightrope. Like he's just sprinting across it, totally fine. Like it's not even an actual tightrope. He's walking across it like it's a fucking a wide steel I-beam. But that was his turn. Justice! There is villainy in front of you, and villainy has fired your friend and another friend.
Which was actually pretty close to actually hitting Jonna in the process, by the way. 10 feet behind her. Like, what the fuck?
Worse if he'd actually hit you, if you'd been the one to hit.
Oh yeah, that probably would just like flat out popped the freaking Phoenix fire. It probably killed Arvin in the process.
Well, the damage on it was 10d6, so.
Yeah, but then you forget how little HP I have. That would have definitely hurt.
Yeah, but before saves, it was 40. It was reduced down to 20. Anyway, it's justice time.
is way too far away from me to do anything to them down. So I'm just gonna do this. I'm going to slap this.
Well, 20, please.
That's just me trying to decide which one to press. And then, of course, the small.
Whew!
Sadly, I don't know. Actually, I do advantage, so yeah, that's a crit.
Yeah, flanking. Let's see, minus.
Frickin' rip that guy.
Yeah, no, he's dead. You knocked off over half his health with the first hit, and the second one, you just scatter that spoopy boy.
How high up is Jonah again? Like 90 feet?
90 feet.
Okay, yeah.
So he is 120 feet away from you. Always got some distance.
Snack time.
Yep,
Nick does not appreciate the bad man shot his friend at him.
One moment while y'all do this.
Nick does not appreciate this bad man shooting his friend at him at all. A boop! A boop! And yeah, both of those hit. And as Jonah's trying to run across the thing. Ooh, actually, hold on. Does he have a... Oh. You know what? He's also going to force a grace, so... Try to knock Jonah prone while he's on the tightrope. Jonah made the save. So you see, Jacques, you see one of Snake's shot like cut across his leg, and he almost falls off, but he catches himself and keeps going.
God damn it.
It was like the guy held on by like a fucking thread. If a stiff breeze had come at the same time, he'd have fallen over. But it's now your turn.
It is. Remind me, was the champion's mantle an item that required attunement or no? Because I know I still have it in my inventory. I don't think it was.
I think I said no. Pretty sure.
Okay.
Because if it doesn't say that it is attunement listed since the whole time.
Yeah, it didn't.
Oh yeah, no. It's not. I would have told you it had attunement when you got it.
I'm gonna use champion's mantle. Do a backflip over Spoopy Ghost. Because I don't want to deal with my dead father right this second. And I'm gonna swing away. And I know the damage is the same, I'm just doing that to avoid the long-ass description that comes along with other Orzal.
Fair enough. Well, you miss on that second hit, but the first one definitely hits him.
Well, good.
As you flip over him, you actually see, surprisingly, your dad like try to hit you as you leave, but because you just yeeted so fast, he just hits the ground and looks in your direction. And the ghost was a little so confused, turns around, and then poof, you catch it across the head, across like the chest with the sword, but it like dodges under while still recoiling from the pain of the first strike, so you missed the second time. You startled it with flipping the fuck out like that. Still have a bonus action.
I do. I'm gonna use it to throw. Blood Curse of Mutual Suffering on Papa Palali.
Okay.
And I will amplify it. So I need to take my D8 of damage. Oops. Oh, fine. I take 5 damage.
Okay. Alright, so, that your turn?
Uh-huh.
Alright. Papa time. You watch him just start striding up to you. And as he does, he runs his hand along the blade of his greatsword and starts bleeding, and you know that. That's a crimson right.
Yeah. Oh, good. Oh, good.
So if you stack a blood curse and mutual suffering on each other, what happens? Do you just, like, one person swing and then both people just die because it keeps bouncing back and forth? It's like, aha, you don't damage me, you take the damage back, but you don't damage me, so you take the damage back. And it just instantly
Well, no, it
changes
ends after the
someone
first
dies.
one. It triggers once.
I know,
Yeah.
that'd be hilarious. If it just painful.
If it just continued, you'd both just fall over immediately. Just thud. But it's his bonus action to do that. And now he's going to swing at you.
The damage just keeps stacking in that one activation. They just vaporize each other instantly.
Your AC is what again?
19.
Okay.
Let's see. Do I recognize what right he's activated? I have Flame, Storm, Frozen, and Right of the Dead. Those are the ones I
One
have.
moment.
So if he activates one of those, I would recognize the specific one.
One moment.
No problemo.
You said you have all the basic ones and then Right of the Dead?
Yes.
You do not recognize what right he is using.
Oh, good.
Oh boy.
I'm sure I'm about to find out as I take damage from it, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. The elemental ones are the basic ones, aren't they?
Of his 2 attacks, the first one hits, the second one does not. And the first one, you take 19 points total. And on impact, you hear a thunderous roar.
19 total damage.
And because 8 points you took was thunder damage, he activated Right of the Roar. And indeed, the roar, it sounded like a lion screaming in your face.
Ow. My poor ears. But hey, at least...
Thunder! I have a poster for that song right above my computer. It's really cool. There's a big old Durgan on it.
Well, at least I have the satisfaction of knowing he also took 19 damage.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, as he hits you, you coming off of yourself, you see a phantom of him hit him in the exact same way, and he seems a little bit startled by it.
Good.
Right is now over. This is now over. And that impact from the from the blood curse is what caused him to miss his second swing. Because he missed you by fucking 1. Mm-hmm. Alright, Snackbot time. What can Snackbot do? Snackbot can run fast. Snackbot will help. Shovel Knight, motherfucker! Snackbot misses his first hit, but the second one definitely gets that man in the shins. His shins are thoroughly hacked. Padma, you're up.
Oh, okay. That motherfucker's 90 feet up in the air, right?
Mm-hmm. "90 feet up and 60 feet away."
So I'm roughly 150 away from you.
Yeah, roughly. Actually, let me mark him what the thing is.
I was trying to do the drag thing, but it's just like, nope, you're gonna move you're gonna move the map instead. Right there.
That's weird.
The scale on it, hate it.
Where he would be.
He'd be 70 feet away at that point. But
That's much better.
I'll ping the spot for you so you know where you were aimed. There you go. Oh.
Bitch!
Yeah, you hit. Yeah. While he's recovering from the fact that Snackbot tried to shoot his legs out from under him, he looks down, sees Padma walk up with a fucking lightning javelin, and he just, poof, right in the chest.
Now, does he fall or no?
Because he was off balance, he does need to make another dex save. Just because of how close he cut it on that, I'm ruling this. You know what? It makes logical sense because he is on a high thing. Natural fucking 20. I hate your stupid face, Jonah.
Can I use a luck point to make him re-roll that, or is that not how it works?
I think that actually is how it works. Hold on.
You mean with inspiration? I think
No, her lucky feat.
Oh.
I'm a
Impose
bard.
disadvantage.
Hold on a second. Lucky.
Also, because my smartphone can do a scientific calculator, using the Pythagorean theorem, rounding to the nearest 5 feet, he's actually 110 feet up from where you were.
Let's see. When you make an attack roll, ability check, saving throw, roll d20, choose spend luck points. You can also use the luck point when an attack is made against you, roll d20, and then choose whether the attack uses the attacker's roll or yours. So, no, you can't use it to make him fail.
Fuck.
That would be OP as all hell.
However, you can use it to turn a natural 20 into, theoretically, a natural 1 if you use lucky to save yourself.
Alright.
So, yeah, he's still up there.
Thank you, scientific calculator. I can now solve the Pythagorean theorem and get the actual distance.
Is that your turn?
The little inspiration for Zakio, because I have a feeling he's gonna need it.
I am inspired.
You know, an entire inspire.
It's like slash dote. It's like slash dote.
Alrighty. Arvin's turn. Arvin is no longer prone because holy fuck, screw you, asshole. Where the fuck is it? Oh. Okay. All right, Arvin, let's do that then. All right, Arvin, you're gonna need to make an athletics check to pull this off. Let's see how well it goes. Pretty well.
Please tell me he's running up the rope.
Oh, you bet your sweet fucking bippy he is. Got up there, and he only got 20 feet. He only got about 20 feet first. Don't move the damn map. I have to move this boof. And then he's gonna dash to get the rest of the way up. And you see him very, very hold on a sec. What was the
Be mad.
he is not in a good mood, no. What was the
Well, he didn't just get fired out of a cannon into a cobalt 200 feet away.
pretty much. Actually, fuck, he didn't even need actually no, he only needed to make the athletic check to get on there because due to his internal spider climb, he could have just run up in fucking circles along that entire goddamn rope.
He did have to stand up for being prone, though.
Yeah. And he had to hop onto it because it was a little bit above him, so he had to pull himself onto it. But once his feet were on it, fuck. There's nothing stopping him. The spider climb just...
That would have been a hilarious sight.
What, watching you just like run around it in a circle as he's going up, spiraling all the way up
He's just
the rope.
running along the braid up the rope.
No, he just went straight up because he's pissed. If he was a little bit more silly, he definitely would have done the following the braid. Anyway, boof time, and I think this dude's about to be fucking dead. Let's see. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. Don't
It's
even
like
bother
crit,
rolling the
no.
other attacks. He's just dead.
Let me put it this way: the bonus damage on his crit was enough to kill this guy.
Ha ha!
That one's dead. Oh shit, that was the one who was the turn. Fuck. Undo
Oops.
that.
Change places.
Hold on. Gotta put them back in there now. And Fenless was technically better on initiative. Tet was actually better than them on initiative because they they have a lower mod than Fenless does.
Yeah, that's the one attached to it. Just drag him off into the dark side.
Yeah, he's marked dead, and I'm gonna pull him away. He's actually no, he's gonna mark the fucking
Roulette board.
yeah.
Wheel of Pain.
I'm gonna mark him with a castle. So he's now the roulette one down there. So once all the ghosts are dead, he'll just be there to mark the roulette. I'll bump him down from 19 to 18. So he is summarily boofed with the first attack. Boof still has 3 more attacks. Boof's gonna come over here and help with this other spoop. Still got 2 more Fang Callers.
With advantage, it's dead.
2. And then bonus action stick to make sure. Oh yeah. Yeah, no. Once stick rolled that crit, he's toast. That one is just a Gonzo. Fucking 30 bonus damage. God fucking damn it,
Christ.
And to think, when you guys level up in a little bit, his damage is going to be even more absurd because he's still a fucking brute. Asshole on the rope is 90 feet in the air. In fact, if they're not on the ground level, they are marked with a little feather icon.
How far away is us?
But it is now your turn, Fenless.
Yep, he's 140 feet away from you.
However, you have like 35 feet of movement, so you could get right here and be like, "Hey, buddy, what's up?" and just snipe up at his dick.
That's a low blow.
Hey, man, he's an asshole.
Actually, straight line, he is a little over 100 feet. Because math.
Yeah.
Because advanced math.
This is the edge of your movement.
Get your math out of here, Jinx.
Right
Get your
along where the
Pythagorean theorem out of here.
Well, to be fair, the only thing next to him is an enemy, so even if you did hit him with it, you could theoretically blow up the other guy.
No, he's saying you can't reach that high.
Oh, yeah.
His columns are only 40 feet high.
But don't mind the fact that I'm about to click this on your sheet, Darian. I need to check something. Oh, never mind. Whew. Oh, baby.
Toasty.
Oh, shit. That's rope he's standing on.
Oh boy.
Rope is flammable, and that is a very angry laser half made of fire. And unfortunately, this guy doesn't take the fire damage. That rope sure as hell does, though.
That's the strange thing, though, because a lot of my fire spells specifically state that they light shit on fire.
Well, in this case, because it's a beam, it's passing through a thing in the way, and that thing is currently the rope. Well, he failed that save, so he takes that full 30 radiant damage. He takes no fire damage because he's immune. However, that rope doesn't exist as a rope anymore. Let me see this. Yeah! Hold on a second. Let me see. 5e fall damage rules.
1d something for every 10 feet past 10 feet, I think. Forget what the damn it.
And the other fall, a creature takes 1d6 bludgeoning for every 10 feet it fell to a maximum of 20d6. The creature falls less prone unless it avoids taking damage from the fall.
Which he's not going to, let's be honest.
Well, I mean, yeah, no, he's about to have a bad time. So that's a 90 feet straight down.
Have fun, buddy. I feel slightly
I'll let
bad
you guys
for
see
Armin.
this so Darian can see the extra damage he's getting in place of that 76 fire damage that was denied him. There you go, buddy. I think there's a check to save against that.
I don't know about damage, but I think he can dex save versus falling prone somehow.
I think it's acro. I think it's just dex save to see if you land and have the damage, but admittedly because he just got set on fire and just very abruptly in the middle of a thing. No, I'm sorry, buddy. But you know what? Fuck it. Let's.
Set on fire. He's immune to fire.
Well, his rope did, so it counts. But just for the fun of it, let's... Oh, well, he doesn't even have any acrobatics, so it's dex save either way. No. Sorry, pal, you took that whole 32 there. And he... yeah, no, he just falls like a sack of potatoes and is now prone on the ground. And now it's the spook turn. There's only one spook left. It sees a druid has entered its range of fucking. So it's gonna approach. Oh yeah, I need to move one of these boofs over here into range of that. The other boofs are milling about because that's what happened on Celestine's turn. And this one is gonna try to very savagely touch Fenless a lot.
Savagely.
1, 2, 3, and 4 because flurry of blows. I don't give my consent. I don't think a spoopy ghost monk cares. Well, good news. Not all of his attacks hit. Bad news. Only 1 of 4 missed.
I was gonna.
Good news 2.0 though. No crits.
That would have been the worst news.
Yeah, no.
The ones that did hit crit.
Well, amusingly enough, Fenless is actually the highest HP full caster in the party at 102 HP.
Nice.
So this won't be too terribly bad, but it's still gonna suck. As he takes 31 points of damage as this monk just starts punching him. He ducks into the first one, but then just the kung fu shenaniganry kicks in, and oh god, why? No, don't beat up the nerd! And layer action time. Let's see who's getting rouletted this time. Who's that one? Oh. Sorry, twin.
Oh boy.
Let's see what the die roll gives me this time.
Oh no.
Of course you would get this result. God damn it, Tori, your luck extends to gotcha that tries to kill you.
What?
You got the one good result on the entire fucking wheel. Natural 20 on the die for the wheel. There's only one good result on there for anybody. Let me see. Okay. So let me see, what is this effect? Oh, it has its own mini roulette. Okay. Okay, 3M me. What the fuck is this garbage? What do you mean it can give her haste?
Oh, good.
Okay. You know what? Tori, roll me a d6, please. You get one of 6 things.
She just got haste, didn't she?
Haste. You just got free haste. God fucking damn it.
The X-Lock strikes again.
Notes on cat boyfriend gets haste.
Yeah, there you go. So for you now have double movement plus 2 AC, and if you make melee attacks, you get you can make 3.
You keep cutting in and out. I get what?
Double movement speed plus 2 AC.
I was to say the only bit that was cutting out was the.
You get an
the
extra
attack.
attack.
Let me just press the button.
Oh yeah,
That's what
what haste gives you.
There's advantage on dex save. Each of its turns. Nice. So basically, that's 80 free move. That's 80 movement.
Yeah, and because of the nature of this, it doesn't have the stun at the end.
Nice.
So yeah, good fucking god damn it. I was like, oh no, is it gonna roll a natural one and like just have all of the bad happen? No, of course Tori wins. I need to have a serious talk with past me about some of this fuckery. But okay, Jonna, it's your turn. Your brother has hit the ground like a sack of potatoes, and Padma is now fucking Sonic the Hedgehog.
She is now vibrating as if she's on cup 99 of coffee.
No, she's at cup 100.
Everything I have transcended.
Yeah, she's a monk with an arrow. And full of grease lightning.
I'm remembering that Futurama episode now, Jinx. I want you to know.
Good, that's what I was referencing.
Well, Rin, the reason there's a win button is that if it rolls on Jonah, he has a different thing, and one of those results is that good one. He has less bad that can happen to him. Because fuck you, he's an asshole who cheats.
So he was hoping he'd get that option, but I stole it.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye, fucko.
I just mentioned these options are all still up there. They keep repeating. So, in theory, I could next turn get something terrible that just like, I don't know, does half your health and damage. But yeah, what's Jonna doing?
I'm thinking. Gotta press a button. Then I press this other button. And good luck with him making this particular save. So I've bumped it up by 6.
Oh. Whew!
Dump the whole stack of charges on that.
Insult to injury with his dex modifier of 2, and the fact that fighters don't get dex saves, I don't think. Let me double check that.
You're not proficient in them natively, no.
Yeah, no, strength constitution. He rolled a 2 on the die, so his total was 4. He is now a boop.
Now, why are you doing all this exactly?
Hold on a second. I need to roll up something else. Hit that Phoenix thing used again for me, please. Because by using Mage Chain, you may have lost it.
Oh, since they're both concentration.
I think so. I can't remember, and it's off the edge of the chat history right now.
What do you want to add, Keith? That's what you wanted. I only need 12 of those.
Why is it suddenly asking for freaking spell level?
Okay, yeah, you did lose your Phoenix Flames.
Well, I don't need to fly anymore anyway, so.
Yeah. Let's say not as big a problem as it could have been, considering Jonah is now on the ground.
He's prone and chained down and can't stand up and has a whole bunch of other terrible things happening to him.
But yes. I had asked the question.
He doesn't answer.
It's
He's trying to struggle against the chains, but it's very clearly not going well for him.
That's not going to work. I
also don't
take
think he's
steps
going
to make sure of that. Now answer the question. Do this the hard way, rather.
He's not saying anything. He's just trying to fight the chains.
Stomach is
That's a nice effect on the change. I like that effect on the chains.
Yeah, it's a neat homebrew spell.
Disturbs concentration.
dink. I'm not trying to like completely destroy him. I'm trying to make him very uncomfortable so he actually talks to me.
That is. He's still taking half damage from your fire. Which, Fenless internally, as you watch Jono walk up and cut him with fire, and the fire actually seems to bullshit internally, until you remember, oh wait, she does nothing but fire.
She literally spawns the flames of hell. And those flames literally say, fuck your immunity.
Mm-hmm. His turn.
More than welcome to try to beat a 26.
He
Doesn't-
tried.
Looking at the description for Phoenix, does Jonna get extra damage? Because she lost concentration on the spell?
That's if it gets broken.
That's if she falls.
It's if I take fatal damage or like.
If just
concentration
dropping yourself
broken.
doesn't trigger it, and that's what she did to cast this other spell.
Oh, okay.
You can't just like walk in with this on and then turn it off like that. You would have to have someone slap you to lose focus on it.
Gotcha. Back. Okay. Makes sense. It makes sense. I just read that
You know.
literally as lose concentration. And she's not concentrating on the spell anymore.
Yeah, he just struggling trying to get up. Urgh! No dice.
I'm going to work.
Justice.
Actually,
Oh. It begins.
the spook needs to get him away. Goodbye, spook.
Boop's gone. It had like 50 something health, and yeah, you did over 50 damage to that first one. It's toast. Just boom. And now the last boop is just there to mark the roulette.
And now you can actually set his toward order to 18.
Yep, I did. I did already because I knew that this fucker was gonna die when Terrain got over there. Yeah. There he goes. And he's gone. Okay, heck time. How far can the heck move? He can heck and scurry. Heck's coming out to join. He doesn't know who that man by Giacchio is, but he's gonna shoot him.
He's got a sword that looks mean. Kill it.
Mm-hmm. Should mention that the aura on his sword from his Rite of the War looks a lot like the glow off the Sophia weapons. It's just entirely gold instead of like slightly green.
Nice.
And of course, Pack Tactics kicks in for that advantage. Fucking kobolds, man. Well, 39 damage. All right. Actually, no, I didn't call it out quick enough for that one. I forgot about fucking Hex Grays as well, but it's a bit late for that now.
Thank you for the
Jacchio,
resub.
your dad's still there and he's pissed.
Oh, Father, forgive me. Swing, swing.
Both of those hit.
And... and I will amplify this again. That's not so bad.
As you do this, past perception was 20? You hear that voice on the wind again, and you recognize the voice. It's your mom. Free us.
Oh boy.
Mother
You also
fucking son
recognize
of a bitch.
the voice came from the sword.
Oh, lovely. Your uncle was a fucked up dude.
What? Free you how? And I do shout this loudly. And that will be my turn.
When you shout that out loud, you hear Jonah like kind of... Oh, is that about the sword Galen gave him?
John, I call it a hunch. I don't think he's going to explain why.
And here he comes with 2 more attacks.
I keep brain farting on who Galen is.
Galen is the guy who was your crazy uncle's boss.
The head honcho.
Guess who just made the top of Sheakio's shit list?
Mm-hmm.
And he's using a big, heavy greatsword, right?
Mm-hmm. It looks like the Baldur Greatsword from 14.
And Baldur Greatsword is the one you use, right?
No, that's not.
No, I use Cronus Lux.
Hold on.
Tori
actually-
is already online, so she can grab you a screenshot of the, if not that, the level 68 white version of it.
Put on your clothes first, Minnie.
Did you Fantasia again?
No.
Hmm.
I accidentally hit equip instead of try on, and I was crafting, so it's like suddenly new Blizzard. It's just, no.
Whoops.
You won't get any complaints out of me. Mark off my other blood paladin tier. I'm back down to 1 again.
I'm gonna throw it in the general channel. It's that hunk of metal.
Yeah, that's what's hitting you.
Oh, okay.
And he's going to mark you with the Blood Curse of the Marked.
Ooh, I forget what that
And
one
amplify
does.
it. Until the end of his turn, you take double damage from his Crimson Right.
Ah!
Anyway, back to what I was doing.
To be fair, he's a spoop and doesn't have enough function to realize that hitting you hits him.
He doesn't realize what mutual suffering is doing.
You can also kind of tell that as he's doing like the motions for some manner of curse, you can tell he's not aware of what he's doing. It's just someone puppeting the strings and going through the motions. He doesn't know or doesn't seem to realize just what all his abilities are doing. He's just hitting you with them. So like picking up a video game when you're at max level after you haven't touched it in like 3 years, so you're just bludgeoning the enemy with a nuclear arsenal.
Ah.
1, 2, both of those hit.
whatever the damage is for the first one is what he takes.
You take 26 points of damage. So does he. And that's from the first one. Second one. Whew! You take 28 points of damage from the second hit.
Okay, I'm starting to hurt a little bit.
And on that second hit, both times the greatsword hits you, you just hear your mother's voice pleading, "Free us."
As she tries to murder you.
Well, she's an inanimate object. Or she's trapped in an inanimate object.
Heckbot turn. Heckbot here to help. Beep boop, shovel bad guy. Roll both of the shovels, damn it, thank you. Bad guy has been shoveled. Heckbot has succeeded. Padma, you are hella so fast.
Muscle level of craft. Thank you, game, for pausing. I get an extra action, right?
Mm-hmm. I normally used to make a... You can't cast a spell with it is all.
Okay, so... Okay, range of 15. Alright. Since I remembered this from the last time we were in combat, I'm gonna move up to closer to Jaccio and use the last 3 charges of the Tidemaster Ward to heal Jaccio.
Okie dokie. 18 heals.
I'm at exactly 100.
I remembered that was close to apparently leveling up.
Yeah, you again hear the sound of music to the tune of crashing waves.
Just figuring out what to get to actually proc that, but for now I'm gonna walk up and just, slap the man with a scarf.
Mm-hmm.
Bonk!
Yeah, that hits with yeah, and you just natively have your flourishes going because that's just how you work at this level.
Bonk!
What flourish effect do you use?
Alright, I had to look at those again.
1 cleaves, 1 knockback, and 1 gives you more AC.
Let's do a knockback.
Okay. It should be under Blade Flourish, I believe, on your character sheet. Don't remember the exact knockback effect. Oh wait, I have the Bard subclasses. What am I doing? College of Swords. 2 for...
So up to 5 feet away, plus the number of feet equal to the number you roll on that die.
So yes, you would knock him back 10 feet.
And no
You wanted to go for that?
Yeah. Just
all right.
bonk him. Ping pong.
And no attack of opportunity because that's forced movement.
Yep. Arvin's turn. Wait, what can you do again? Oh wow, take him his whole fucking. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. For Arminstern, he's gonna start now that his plan to just, chase after and fight fucking Jonah on top of the fucking trapeze has gone down the thing. He's gonna start running down the fucking pillar.
That's some weird ninja bullshit right there.
What is?
That Arvin's running
Straight
down the.
pillar.
Hey man, spider climb! It's my favorite spell in the game for movement. And yeah, he has to double move to get down to the fucking ground. Because he was 90 feet goddamn up, and well, he didn't want to take fall damage because he's smarter than that, and he don't have feather fall. That's his turn. Celestine. I'm gonna start by walking up here, look at Giacchio, and like he's holding his axes. He looks at you, and he looks at your dad, and then back at you, and then just goes, "Oof."
I just let out a saddened sigh and go, boof.
Whoop! I think some of those may have actually missed because Celestine doesn't have advantage right now. 2 did indeed miss. As Celestine goes into full boofening, and his entourage moves around, one of them comes over here and starts growling at Jonah. Let's see. The first one missed, second one hit, third one missed, fourth one hit. So that's... Wow, for Celestine, that's actually not a lot of damage total. But, you can tell that the, whatever the fuck this thing that used to be your dad was, it's not looking hot anymore. It has been boofed. Celestine, or not Celestine, Fenless. Darian?
Just don't boof him into pieces, please.
What if we need to break the sword?
Yeah, no, there's not even a natural 20 will free him from the chain, so that guy's just stuck. So...
I thought DC so high he cannot escape.
Oh, you just gonna cut him? Damn. He even got that, you fished for that fucking crit, something fierce.
Yeah, he did.
Finless didn't make a point here. Let's just rip. And you're just like, oh, look at that nice open entire spinal column. And you just hear, your turn.
Spin the wheel, pay.
All right, wheel time. Let's see what happens. All right, rolled that. Who is it? Oh no, it's targeting the booth.
Oh no.
What was that one? Oh, unfortunately, nothing happens.
Oh.
It was the tightrope, and guess what's broken? So Celestine like looks down. There's like a portal. He just like stares at it, and then it just goes away.
What?
He goes, hmm?
No, you see 404.
No. It's like he like the Terminator. He like sinks down into it, and then immediately pching, pops back up like he's out of a toaster. And
Well,
he's just very
my
confused.
brain said the post is 404 cannot be found.
No, you just hear this like noise from it, and then it just goes away. Celestine either way looks very confused. All right, Jonna.
Like I said, the powers enemies. You're not getting up anytime soon. Calm.
Roll a persuasion check. Oh, baby. I guess you know where that crit for your initiative went. So, what were you saying to him?
Asking him to explain himself, because the brother I remember would not be as much of an idiot. I want to know what the hell is going on that's making him be an idiot.
You see him like on the ground, grit his teeth. They have to pay.
Specifically.
Well, that persuasion check was your turn. Now it's his turn for him to respond in full. Because keep in mind, these turns are not, long enough for me to exposit at length. That damned village, they have to pay for what they did to you.
Okay, but why demons?
That's as much as Jonah can get before it's justice time.
Let me see what I can You know what? Sure. Let's do the ham button.
What?
I would
Oh
answer
my
her
God.
If I were you.
What did you say?
I would answer her if I were you.
Oh my god. That's a bonus action to make it billable, by the way.
I know.
Well,
So I'm doing that. I'm also using the other part of it to make my voice boom by using thaumaturgy cantrip and mill. The other part of the cape.
well, it's a good
But
thing that I already...
He sounds very scary.
Behold the voice of justice!
And so,
hell else would they bloody learn?
Well, they can't learn if they're dead.
It's their own fault then.
A lot of ways that don't involve you selling your soul to a fucking demon, Sarkis. To which he just bonks him with the friggin' staff.
Well, it's now Heck's turn. Heck's just gonna start moseying his way on over here and switch from the sniper rifle to the shotgun, and just clearing out a empty shell he hadn't removed from the chamber earlier. Giacchio.
Oh.
Try breaking the sword.
I don't know if thunder works without beats at 5e.
Yakio's not even thinking about that right now. Doing his best to not chop his father into little bitty pieces because he is a zombie.
Both of those managed to hit. Just barely on that second one. Bless you.
No. And I'm gonna spend my last Blood Maledict amplifying another mutual suffering.
Okie dokie. His turn. He's not looking at you. He's now looking at the boof who just fucking boofed him.
Please don't boof him into little bits.
He cannot hit the boof. The boof is too boofy. Heckbot has the plan. Heckbot will approach. And Heckbot's going to try to beat him unconscious with a shovel. Heckbot does not beat him unconscious with a shovel. He certainly tries, though. You see him clearly like trying to hit him upside the head to just like knock him out, but because he was flailing about, Heckbot can't quite hit him.
I don't think you can do that, bud.
The sentiment is appreciated, though. Giacchio will remember this.
Yeah.
Padma.
I assume Shiakio would know in his experience you can't knock out a zombie.
Technically, you can.
Alright, I'm gonna do something stupid. I don't know if it worked, but I'm doing this on the sword.
Oh, you're gonna run up to the sword and paunch?
Yes. Because if she was like, if the sword seems, she's watching him and he seems Dakio seems to be talking to the sword, so she's like, if something about freeing, try breaking the sword!
Your girlfriend just punched your mom.
Recursive maintenance!
Oh my god, yes! That's great.
Well, if nothing else, it might get ripped out of his hands.
The sword... everyone hears a scream of a woman. And Giacchio, yeah, it's the same one that's been talking to you. And the scream is trails off into, again!
Okay, so I did have the right idea!
Okay,
But-
mom's a masochist.
You notice the sword has a huge crack in it now, along like most of the blade.
Can I haste to do that again?
Haste doesn't let you cast a spell, and that's what a cantrip is.
You can attack it with whatever no weapon.
Yeah, you can attack it with your scarf, though.
Or my lightsaber.
Also true, yeah.
I do have the lightsaber still, so let's try that.
Lightsaber?
Yeah, you got that ages ago when you had to deal
I
with the
know we
metal arc.
did.
Does stuff probably the DM will explain.
I have forgotten about that thing for so long. I'm sorry.
No, or it's kind of amusing. If I kind of, I mean fair.
Just because of basic logic of how lightsabers work and the fact it's lightning elemental, and you did a pretty hefty amount of damage to the sword, you slice the blade in half,
Did it work?
and you see the Sophia-esque glow immediately snuff out, and like smoke start to pour out of the both halves of it. Not because of the fact that it's, you know, kind of red hot from where you cut it, but it looks more ethereal. And you see this soft thank you on the wind. And once you do that,
One down.
let's see, he is now prone on one knee all of a sudden. Just like all the wind is just out of his sails, like you half cut the puppet strings. And he drops the half of the sword he was still holding.
Alright, so she just looked at Shakio. I think you just have to put them, lay them to rest, Hud.
Also, you still have an attack as a bonus action because of your Blade Singer feat.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just slap him. Bonk.
Slap.
Realized I had forgotten to move.
Yeah, don't worry, I fixed it for you. As Padma goes for another blow, Jacquio, your dad looks in your direction and just kind of smiles peacefully. Proud. And then
Did you say proud? I didn't quite
proud.
get that. Okay.
And then once Padma hits roughly where the neck is, the image of your father just disappears, and there's now just a Makote skeleton there.
I'm sorry?
Murdered both his parents.
Hey, they were dead. I just put them back where they belonged. Necromancy is a no-no.
And, well, since this fucker's gonna be there for about 24 hours, and,
Yeah,
I mean,
because
the roulette
there's
can-
no way he's getting out before that minute expires.
yeah, no, there's not. He's stuck for a day, and the roulette, actually, do I have a thing for that? Did I account for that? I did. Okay, once, Jafuvo is officially removed, you've seen like the images of them disappear from the roulette thing. Once he disappears and it's just Jonah and you guys, the roulette, which has been spinning this whole time, just suddenly stops on like the gap between a few of them and just doesn't move anymore.
We broke the roulette, guys.
And that's what we're gonna call it for this week.
Yeah.
So yeah, have fun.
I'll be
We'll
back.
pick it up next time.
So, Shiaku's got some problems to deal with now. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this week of our D&D campaign. I will be live tomorrow, starting at about 3 p.m. Pacific, with our weekly Winds of the 12 raid in Final Fantasy. And if you want to know exactly when we go live, the quickest way would be to smash that follow button and make sure you have notifications turned on. Otherwise, you can follow me at Twitter at twitter.com/JinxMcNinja, or you can join my Discord server, the McLounge. Links are in the chat as well as down below the stream. And yeah, until tomorrow, guys. Peace.